Berkeley, California.
You got it.
This one's for 3. AJ Hawk, $5,000.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You ping.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Overreaction Monday, September 29, 2025, this program begins right now.
Football
is magical, and it was a great weekend of ball from start to finish, and we have 2 games tonight. Let's go football. Huh? It's an honor to get to do this every single day. We appreciate the hell out of you. What a great weekend over to State College, Happy Valley, for the Penn State-Oregon game. I got a chance to witness the white out there and live and in person. That might be the best experience I've ever seen. That might be the best environment that I've ever experienced. Now, I was on the sideline for kickoff and a majority of it, and I got to walk through the tunnel just moments before kickoff and moments before the team went out there with athletic director Pat Kraft, former middle linebacker for Indiana, now the athletic director for Penn State. A man who is all in on them being great and also has an alumni base that is all in on them being great. So me and Gumpy and Bull Rush got a chance to walk out of the tunnel in 111,000, obviously. And then we're just standing out there in the middle of the field, and I'm looking around, and they're in the middle of a $700 million renovation right now, okay? Northwestern right now, I think, is doing something with their stadium or whatever. They're playing down by the lake. Whenever teams have a renovation, they normally have to exit the stadium. They couldn't do that because they have 96,000 season ticket holders up there. Okay? So we're doing a renovation. We can't do it. They added bleachers and added construction and added concrete so that they were able to keep and house all of their fans. 111,000 people packed in to Beaver Stadium for a massive night, an electrifying night. And I think their marketing team is in charge of, there was a fellow named Guido Dalia, I believe. His first name is Guido. Hey, this ain't A or the. It's actually Guido Dalia, who I believe created the whiteout, and then he went to a couple other schools and created the entire thing. He's there, boots on the ground. As soon as somebody is tackled, as soon as the person hits the ground, and you got 90-year-olds that have been Penn Staters for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're screaming. And then you got everybody else that's in there, 100,000 plus, that have just been kind of stumbling around State College's hills all afternoon, all morning from that game day scene all the way through. It was electric, literally every single second of it until the very end. The way that thing ended, Dan Lanning's team obviously steals a win out there. Now, granted, they dominated throughout most of it. We thought Oregon was going to win that. Drew Aller gets hot, makes things look easy. They get into overtime. Holy hell, you score a touchdown in double overtime and go for two and get it. You're going to beat Oregon here. This is going to be a monumental win for this Penn State team. And ends up turning the ball over, and Oregon ends up winning the game. And that place just has a hush upon them. And then immediately anger, booze. So what the hell is going on here? And it's not easy, obviously, being in the spotlight up there, especially with how passionate their fans are. And everything's still in front of this Penn State team. Everything can still happen for them if they wanted to. But that's not how their fans felt at the end of that game. But I appreciate everybody's hospitality, and congrats to the Oregon Ducks. Oregon Ducks and Alabama. Alabama were the two losses I had. I won 8 for 10 picking on game day.
Pretty good.
I won 8 for 10.
You took Illinois?
I did, actually.
Really?
I thought they were a good football team. I just really liked Indiana. Plus, I thought 9 a.m. kickoff going to be difficult. So that's the whole thing. And also on the jacket at game day, I thought it was going to be white.
You know what I like?
It was off-white. It was off-white. And whenever I seen the off-white, it's like, all right, this is a little bit, we'll see. I didn't know everybody else could have the same suits.
Sure.
Guys had the same suits. They legitimately had the same suits. So I did not know that was the case. And it was decided, last week. So there was a local tailor that was available if you weren't able to get it. My guy, David Allen from Pittsburgh, near there, I say, hey, they're doing a whiteout. He said, I got you, man, no worries. David Allen makes every nice thing that I wear. Okay, I either dress like an asshole or I have David Allen stuff on. And he just basically is the coolest. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's a friend too. And his business is up and to the right. So and he's jacked
properly.
He looks cool all the time.
He does.
But he doesn't have like full asshole clothes, which I appreciate. It's a happy medium. So I'm like, no, my guy will probably be able to take care of this. He does. I get that thing late night Friday. DJ Griff drives it up there. Shout out to DJ Griff, College Game Day thing. I open it in the morning. I realize, okay, this is not
a bit off-white.
It's not white.
It's a little bit off-white. So then I walk in. I'm like, it won't be that noticeable.
Hold on.
It certainly was.
So I agree. There was a lot of people saying that thing should have been more white.
It's good that you're sitting in the middle, though.
Exactly. I think it was almost worse.
No, I made it better because you were on the end or like second.
You would have blended in with the fans if you wore that white suit.
Yeah, of course, of course. They had the same exact. That local tailor, I thought, was maybe going to make them different styles of a white suit. They had literally a uniform up there.
That was surprising.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was looking around like, damn, I missed out. I should have just done this one. I apologize. That's on me. Didn't want to put any work on anybody else, or also stray away from my guy, DA, who's taking care of me throughout this entirety. But I will say this: place was electrifying. I think students showed up. I think obviously the alumni showed up. The environment was crazy, and the Ducks showed up. That team is a problem, and Dan Lanning is awesome to watch out there. So I appreciate the hell out of the hospitality and get a chance to learn about them. But then the NFL Sunday delivered in a big way. The Talks at Tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Con, man, you might have an MVP, brother.
Don't look now.
What?
Uh-oh, boys. Future of the NFL is in New England.
Drake May, actually doing things that only MVPs do. Okay, he's on a bunch of different stat lists where the names are like Hall of Famer, Icon, Hall of Famer, Drake May. Wild to think about because he's been saying this since last year, since the beginning of the Drake May run. When they were asked last year, all Connor was saying is, we got a quarterback of the future. The team stinks, but we got a quarterback of the future. It was hard to take him seriously because of how bad the team was. New coach in there, new vibes, new mindset, new development. I think from year 1 to year 2, he's only gotten better, is what you would say.
Oh,
right?
yeah, big time, especially helping him out, getting him a left tackle first and foremost at the top of the first round, and then Stephon Diggs, they moved him to slot. I'm sure you guys could probably talk about it better, but him moving from the outside to a slot has completely changed the offense.
Hey, don't look now. The Patriots might be back. And then let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone. Congrats to your Irish brethren getting a huge win to kick off 9:30 a.m. football. We'll talk about that here in a matter of moments. Greg Olsen, very good in the morning.
So good.
I wouldn't mind just a little coffee, hang with the daughter and the wife. Greg Olsen on the call. They're in Ireland. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Did you hear that? Do you know that song, 9-Year NFL Vet, Darius J. Butler?
That Bad Bunny?
No, it's the Cranberries.
Come on.
Sorry.
Bad Bunny will be hosting the halftime show at the next Super Bowl.
me?
And congratulations to Bad Bunny.
We're going to skip over that. That was messed up.
He knows that song.
I know.
He has to, but San Benito Bad Bunny will be the halftime artist. This is the first time I think that the entire performance will be in a different language. Is that accurate?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I would assume so.
I don't know if he sings a lot of English songs.
Nope.
We would request a few if that's possible because I would like to sing along. But on that note, I've seen this guy put on a couple different shows with WWE. I happen to be down in Puerto Rico whenever he is in the middle of his 30-show residency down there. I mean, they're talking about the entire island's visit and what's that called? When people spend
Tourism?
Yeah, tourism
Yeah,
department.
there's tourism up for him. Like, this dude is a needle mover. This guy is a monster, and he is a showman, I think, completely. But I think there is a lot of people say, can I Super Bowl halftime? I'm celebrating Super Bowl too. Am I going to be able to sing along? I think that is certainly what some gripes are. Just know he's going to put on a hell of a show, though. This guy will put on a hell of a show.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know any Bad Bunny music, but I respect the hell out of him because of what he's done in the WWE and the shows and the residencies and stuff. It's just like, well, I want to sing. What about Adele? Where was Adele?
I wanted Adele.
What happened?
I love Adele.
I said, fire to the rain. See, all of us, everybody right there. Generational difference. I mean, you're talking about all over the country right
Let
there.
alone, hello,
It's
me.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like for me to go over everything.
So sick.
I ain't done a bunch of healing. Hello. I mean, right? That was being rumored.
I mean, I just
Yeah,
closed
it
my eyes.
I wouldn't have been
I'm
happy
damn
with
near
that
crying.
either.
What? You wouldn't have been happy with it? No. Hello?
That's not a Super Bowl halftime show.
What?
Okay.
You know, Bad Bunny at least is going to be doing some crazy shit. So even if you don't understand what he's saying, it's like, holy shit, look what this guy's doing. He's going crazy.
He is a showman.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. But I agree. I mean, we don't have that just like middle America, right down Main Street. Everyone's going to love this. We don't have that anymore. We don't have that.
Taylor Swift allegedly was asked and turned down because she wasn't doing it for free. That is long-standing the rules, I guess, the way the NFL has treated it. It's fun rules to have if you're the NFL. Hey, that's just the rules.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
And we don't make them.
Hey, that's the way it goes. You know, like it's like when the NCAA used to say amateurism. Sorry, that's amateurism. It's like, what's that word? You guys made up that word.
Yep.
So you guys are just. I would like to make up a word. Bullshit. So that is what that is, and we're just going to live by it like it's gospel. The NFL has just had a long rule. It's like, yeah, you're welcome, actually. So, I mean, we'll pay for the whole thing to a certain amount, but you're just going to blow up. And every artist that performs at the halftime, it's like the NFL knows what's about to happen. And Prince is like the most, I ain't doing it. You know, because he's like super business guy. Then he has the Rain one down in Miami playing Purple Rain. It's like one of the most iconic moments of all time. And obviously people just, their love for the artist even grows or people get introduced. I think Tom Petty, whenever he won, like the next day was the biggest he's ever gone. So the NFL like sells that as their pitch. And Taylor Swift says, it's okay. Okay, I'll actually just put a pendant on the ground and it'll actually be a clue to where they can find a song that they'll actually run it up. Benito will kill it though. He will be an entertaining lad up there. Who are you pulling for? Is there anybody that you're hoping for?
You know what? Honestly, I really don't care. I'm going to be entertained by whoever it is. I know sometimes, like Kendrick Lamar, I was happy with that. I know a lot of people wasn't. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to watch whoever performs. But I don't mind Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's got bangers, even though I don't. I'm in South Florida as well, too. So I hear a lot more Bad Bunny than probably you guys do.
Yeah.
I would have to hear the beat. That's the thing about music. That's why these guys can go on tour to all around the world when you don't speak the language, because once the music comes, I mean, it's kind of a universal language, you know?
Search the WWE Bad Bunny entrance in Puerto Rico.
All the time.
That song, if he just plays that song 5 times and has that situation, it'll be the most electrifying halftime show of all. What?
If he plays the same song 5 times, I'm going to blow a gasket. I'm going to need at least 2.
Yeah, but you might know the words by like the 4th time.
And I'm sure it'll be stuck in my head for the next week, and I'll love it for sure. He mix it up. I'm not, down on Bad Bunny. I'm more so down on the decision. But everything that you guys are saying is making me feel great about how good of a showman he'll be.
He's a showman.
Who would you pick this year?
I don't know. Maybe Adele. Remember that thing we just sang all the songs?
That's your real. That wouldn't.
That
wouldn't have been your
I
real
love
pick.
Adele.
We all do. But
yeah,
not 2025. AI Freddie Mercury.
Okay. Hologram.
That's pretty good.
Oh my God! Could you imagine him?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been. Anyways, let's just talk about Nita.
Bring out Tupac and a bunch of other guys next to
Biggie
him.
comes rolling in.
We should have got a bunch
There's
of
a chance.
holograms.
I mean, Benito might do that.
Yeah,
that is
good.
the type of brain that Bad Bunny has, and congrats to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go over the 5 headlines that we think you need to know about, or unless you already have heard about it, which we sure you have, we'd like to let you know how we feel about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first 15, driven by Ram Trucks. Got to sponsor this segment. We love everything about that. Shout out to Ram Trucks. Obviously, you hit their pedal, all you hear is ram, 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 ram. It rides on clouds. It can pull anything. Let's get to the first 15, shall we? Let's start the clock. 5 ties. Can't have them. Okay? Obviously, Micah Parsons goes back to Jerry World. It's talk of the town. They're treating it like it's Super Bowl. You got everybody on the field chit-chatting about it in Football Night in America, and obviously, everybody on earth is chatting about it. The first time he went onto the field, Jerry Jones was actually being interviewed by Jason Garrett and Maria Taylor. Jason Garrett's first question was basically like, hey, I've been in your building a long time. Need a quarterback? Need a pass rusher. That's like one of your own rules. Why'd you trade away Micah? And then he went into a full conversation about, well, 1 guy's good, but how about 6 guys? That's what I think we can actually get. And he ran out with a band around his hips and around his waist. That was the first time I'd ever seen somebody just jog out there and act as if that is normal. And usually people do like a warm-up with that. He was using it throughout the entirety of his warm-up on the field. Kind of startled me a little bit, but with that being said, the man is an absolute ox. This dude is an absolute beast. Whatever he needs to do to warm up his muscles, he's certainly going to do. But Jerry Jones said basically we're going to get 6 guys instead of just 1 guy. I mean, I've always been right about numbers. Don't you worry about everything else that's going on around here, Jason. And they had a microphone a little bit far away from his mouth, so it was hard to hear him. Everybody else was a little bit louder. But basically, he chatted about Micah Parsons' trade 1,000 different times. And all he kept saying was for the good of the team, good of the team, good of the Cowboys. And then at the very end of the game, after it was 40-40 tie, here's what Jerry Jones had to say about the trade and the night as a whole.
They got Micah, and we've got what we've got, and we tied.
Okay, so 40-40 is what it comes down to. And a lot of American football fans say, what are we doing? This is what soccer does.
Yeah.
Golf doesn't even do it.
Yeah.
Okay, golf doesn't even do ties. Why are we doing ties? Well, there's been 17 of them in the last 30 years, and we say that's 17 way too many. What we need to institute, and D-Butt, people are going to think I'm joking here. I'm not. What I need you to do is suspend reality and go into this world just a little bit and imagine how special this will be. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Golden Boot. Yes, we have chit-chatted about it before, but if there's an entire 4 quarters of football played, 60 minutes, and then an overtime period, and for some reason these 2 teams can't figure it out, we need to just take what the most boring sport has that is actually the most electrifying thing that they have and put it into our game. Both the snap, the holder, and the kicker will go out onto the field from both teams. Obviously, it's going to be a rumpus atmosphere. Yeah. It's a tie ball game. There's been 4 quarters of boozing. There's been 4 quarters of learning everything about the other team. Those boys go out on the field all by themselves, incredibly uncomfortable, incredibly awkward. And one team will kick from the 50 or 40-yard line, a 50-yarder. If they make it, the next team, obviously, whoever wins the coin toss to go second or first, will try to match. If that person misses that 50-yarder, well, the kicker that made it and the holder that made it and the snapper that made it, their team wins the game. If they both make it from 50, go back to 55. If they both make it from 55, go back to 60. If they both make it from 60, go back to 65. McManus and Aubrey, massive legs. Massive legs. McManus is one of the best athletes in the NFL. Okay, any sport you put him in, he would be great at, which is why it's crazy that he's so damn good at kicking field goals, because you have to be very methodical whenever you're kicking field goals, just like a golf swing. So sometimes the really athletic guys aren't as good because they get a little crazy. McManus, obviously, and I think they get 2 tackles last night.
Yeah.
They get 2 tackles last night. Obviously, game tire. Had one blocked, which absolutely sucks. Don't always put that on the kicker, but hits a 53-yarder to send it into overtime. Massive leg, especially with the beat-up balls. Him and Aubrey would have both hit from 65. Then what? They're going back to 70?
What?
And then imagine a miss on the first one. And then Aubrey walks out there in Jerry World. Snap hole kick. He hits from 70. Think about that place going absolutely apeshit. I think it's only a 5 to 10 minute thing. I don't think it's a very long time. I don't think it's very drawn out. And I think you get a chance to get a winner or a loser. And if it comes to that point of the Golden Boot, we need somebody to win.
Yeah.
Need to.
300-0-1 or something is a stat for something that took place for the
40 plus points and no turnovers by the home team, I think it was.
Yeah, 300 wins and 0 losses is what it used to be. Now it's 300-0-1. We just can't have these ties. And it doesn't have to be the Golden Boot, but there are certainly things that we can create. Maybe just have it go until we have a winner. Especially if they both tie on the first drive. Yeah. Just go ahead and keep going until we have a winner. Untimed, basically, at the end. But we hate this. And that game was hyped up, and that's how it ends. It's kind of what the fuck did I stay up here for?
Yeah, very anticlimactic. I didn't even think about that. I thought about several other things because it was 80 points scored. Maybe have both defensive coordinators just go out there and run suicides till one of them pass out.
That's a good idea.
Like the Eberflus.
Oklahoma's, but the Golden Boot, I love that rule. One thing I would change, though, with all the field goal blocks this year, we got to put the full unit out there. Yeah, I need a full unit out there. I need Zay Rogers or somebody coming off the edge.
I like that.
Then you can start it much closer, too.
Yeah, they can do 45.
Yeah.
40, 45.
I like that.
And I think they should be able to pick left hash, middle, or right, whatever the hell you want. Listen, because at the end of the day, I think what builds up the drama is make, and then it builds. Now, granted, if the first kicker makes it, and then the second kicker just gets swatted,
so cool.
Place would explode.
Yeah.
Good call. I like what we're doing here. Yeah. We can continue to brainstorm,
for sure.
but just know that ties can't happen. On that note, both teams walk out of there happy. Green Bay Packers owner, obviously second to last play, not desirable before the game tying field goal where you guys almost literally throw that game away in overtime as time expires. What year is this for the coordinator? What year is this for the quarterback being together? Crazy that this is taking place. LaFleur addressed that afterwards. Was like, I can't have it. Basically, that's not good. We got to work on the details. Should have been already doing that is what a lot of people would say, but maybe this is a learning experience for them and they get away with a tie. What are the Packers fans' thoughts, and how do you think Cowboys fans feel about it?
I'm sure Cowboys fans are ecstatic today. I mean, why wouldn't you be? As a Packers fan, no, I'm pissed. This is worse than the Browns. They're just you can't go from the penthouse to the shit house that quickly. Like now it's 2 weeks ago it was, hey, this team might win the Super Bowl, and it's not. Now it's like, is this team even gonna make the playoffs? I just don't understand how bipolar they are. It's like 1 week the offense plays great, the next week the offense plays like shit. 1 week the defense is generational, the next week they're giving up 40 points to the Cowboys without CeeDee Lamb. So they have a bye week next week, which is, it's early, but they have a lot of stuff that they can fix. But no, as a Packers fan, I'm livid this morning.
Okay, livid that they're 2-1-1 after Sunday Night Football against Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 31 of 40, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown without CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens became real guy for Dak Prescott last night in primetime.
You love to see it if you're a Dallas Cowboy fans for sure, but I mean, this the guy you need to step up and be a true number one with CD being out, and he did that. Did it in the biggest moments, showed up for his team. So you got to love that if you're a Cowboys fan.
And on the other side, Packers, Jordan Love, 31 of 43, 337, 3 touchdowns with 28 rush yards. It's like it was offensive, awesome last night. Josh Jacobs, so cool. In Dobbs' head with that Guardian cap.
So big.
You guys are the Guardian Bay Packers. I almost put that out. If that guy's going to continue to be the only one that gets in the paint for you, which it feels like he's always dancing.
The Guardian Bay.
The Guardian Bay Packers. I was just sitting on it last night, just like, nope, don't need to say that. It's kind of his look almost.
It's not just him. Savion Williams, the rookie, he's got one too that's massive. I mean, it doesn't look great, but Dobbs has also had about 40 concussions in the last 3 years, so maybe he does need it.
And he's a great football player.
He is very good.
Yeah, he's great for you guys. Congrats to both the Packers and the Dallas Cowboys getting out of the week without a loss.
No blood.
No blood. Hey.
No blood.
Carry over. Carry over. It does suck. All right, let's go to number 4. The NFL's bubbling in Dublin. 9:30 a.m. How's your morning going? Fantastic. Get a chance to get an overview of the Emerald Isle, an absolutely beautiful place that we have been to, obviously, in the past. We've drank some Guinnesses with the folks. We've walked the streets. We've enjoyed the trad music. Hup, 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 hup. And now we got a chance to watch them host their first NFL game. And I'll tell you what, the country delivered, and the game did as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers started out immaculate. It felt as if Rooney was in the clouds looking down saying, we dominate in Ireland. Kenneth Gainwell, more like Kenneth Gain really well. And then Aaron Rodgers, for the first time, long time, absolutely throws a strike to DK Metcalf, who obviously outruns everybody to the end zone. The Pittsburgh Steelers looked remarkable. Aaron Rodgers was smiling the whole damn time, as was Mike Tomlin without the hat. We got a new Mike Tomlin, new Coach Tomlin.
He doesn't like the hats either.
Yeah, no hat out there, no hat out there. Pittsburgh Steelers dominant early, and then we got a chance to experience what we've been waiting on for a long time, the Carson Wentz experience. All aboard. This one's an international affair. In the second quarter, it started Carson doing Carson. Breaking free, up the middle, sidearm to Justin Jefferson on a line. Carson Wentz is the best quarterback on a field, any field, whenever he's playing good. Now, we obviously almost get sacked. We dish it off to a running back, 3-yard loss. How about this, 3rd and 12? Huck that thing up. Yeah, if he catches it, that'll be a great catch. He wasn't able to. We continue to move on. A guy gets flipped over in front of him, on top of him, fumble. Where is it? Way over here. This is the Carson Wentz experience. This is the second quarter into the third quarter. And this guy had a chance at the end to come back and tie this entire thing up. The CWE hit Ireland in a big-time way. The Steelers steal a big-time win and hold on for dear life at the very end after a lot of interesting decisions that were made by the Pittsburgh Steelers as a whole. But I would like to say congrats to Ireland as a whole. Jordan Addison, a wide-ass open. And Wilson with no ACLs running 22 miles an hour. Catches them, runs them down. That's Pittsburgh Steelers football. That is what Pittsburgh Steelers fans would hope would happen. But it was a great morning in Ireland. It was a great game. I thought Greg Olsen was phenomenal on the call. It was nice waking up with him, having a little coffee, hanging out with Greg Olsen, breaking down ball. He even broke down the holder's cadence on a field goal, because obviously blocking of field goals is becoming a real storyline around the NFL. And the Steelers just saying, let's go for one. Or Boz, let's go for one. And then flipping out the other way. It's like, I appreciate what happened, and Dublin showed up in a big way. Let's go to Pittsburgh Steelers superfan. Obviously got nervous late.
Yeah.
But as a whole, Ireland was perfect for the NFL, and I think that country would enjoy the NFL if they continue to learn about it.
Yeah, Ireland was awesome. It's like everything that I heard from Steelers fans all week was like it was the perfect town to host a football game, and it was. All the Steelers legends were over there. It looked like a great time. The grass, the field was awesome. You saw Justin Jefferson slip, but other than that, like it was the grass looked great.
Best international grass.
Yes, by far that I have seen. And then, like you said, it looked like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had 7 sacks. They had a billion pressures. And then they ran the ball great with Gainwell. They used Darnell Washington 48 snaps as basically a 6th offensive lineman. So just like when we started the year, they were going to play defense. They were going to run the ball. Aaron was going to hit shots to DK. It was perfect.
I love that, and I love that Steelers have seemingly found an identity. They head into a bye very early. Will the old bodies be able to make it on the long haul on the other side of the bye? We shall see. And what were Boots on the Ground saying about the event?
Yeah, if you'll indulge me real quick, we have some stats from the Ireland game here from our friend McQuaid. 74,000 fans in attendance. Wow. Massive amount of fans, lads. And this is a big one. This is actually true. This is the largest movement of people from the U.S. to Europe since the wartime. Since the Allies came over and went, belt to ass on the Axis powers. It's the biggest movement in a long time. True. If you didn't know, lads, stat that. Well said, D-Bot. Thank you, lad. TJ Watt's interception, where he obviously kicked the ball into the crowd in the third quarter, that was actually a nod to Gaelic football, if you know that, lads. We love it over there, obviously. This is a fun little stat here, actually. 22 different NFL teams' jerseys were in the crowd. So
they counted them?
They love
wow. McQuaid counted them. They didn't. McQuaid was boom, boom, boom. He was making sure, because they obviously love they love football over in Ireland and Croke Park and everything. And then lastly, this is a big one, lads. 80-yard touchdown for DK Metcalf is the longest touchdown in all 40 of the UK Ireland games. So yeah, I think you're right. Let's run this back. Let's go back to Croke Park next year. Thank you, lads.
Okay, thank you, McQuaid, for being on the ball. That sounded like I was with him again back in Dublin. That man has pounded the drum.
Yes.
For NFL Ireland, louder and more relentless than anybody we've ever seen. Everywhere we were in Ireland, he was.
McQuaid.
With the football.
New stat, yeah, with a football. New stat, new factoid.
He had underground tunnels that just
and then
pop up.
he might have that, actually. And him on the internet, relentless about, hey, we love it, we should love it. Ireland will love the NFL if they continue to get it, more games. And I think that's good for all parties. There's a little dust up, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, there was Skylar Thompson might have got jumped the night before and robbed, but...
Did he get jumped to lose a fight? I mean,
what he said. I can tell you didn't lose a fight.
Okay, I agree. I agree.
That's not good for team camaraderie.
That's
what
not
to
good
the buddy system.
Yeah.
Take care of each other. Jeez.
Ireland, though, can happen. But on that note, football.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2 headline that we need to chit-chat about today. Number 3, good teams played good. Ladies and gentlemen, there was 2 games where 2 teams had to take L's, even though they played good and are going to be good for a long time. The Eagles and the Bucks played Dahn in Tampa. Tampa had a chance to come back and be the cardiac Buccaneers once again. The last Playboys had an opportunity. Yep. There was a 4th and 10 it came down to. Baker Mayfield ends up not being able to complete the first down. Then the Eagles actually do a slow safety to end this game. So the game is actually 2 points closer than it actually was. And then whenever you talk about Colts and the Rams, Matthew Stafford is...
Yeah,
man,
spinning it.
Outrageous.
Pretty good.
He is absolutely outrageous. And Danny Dimes, still a dog as well. But Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams end up getting the win, even though the Colts literally and figuratively shot themselves in the foot with a football that was in their hand before they as they were about to score a touchdown. A.D. Mitchell, obviously, you've seen this. Last year, he threw a pick 6 where he actually wondered if the guy that did it was Ed Reed because he seemingly came out of nowhere on a throwback play. Then on this play, insane catch, wild yards after catch. He's pulling away in an insanely athletic fashion, and then ball just slips out of his hands as you get a little excited to go ahead and put that thing. Incredible play. One of the best plays, and then that sound effect is the end of the first 15 minutes, but
so fast.
It could have also been on this case where he's running so fast the ball slips out, can't happen, but then he compounds it just a couple minutes later. Gets a holding call, throws a guy down on the ground. Jonathan Taylor obviously going to take this to the house. Insane run by Jonathan Taylor. Yet again, having one of his best years he's ever had as a football player, Jonathan Taylor. Yep, let's go ahead and take that back. That's in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, I mean, he was trying to block, though, which I appreciate. Like, A.D. Mitchell was trying to block. A.D. Mitchell also made an insane catch, insane play, almost finishes that thing. And then, geez, Jonathan Taylor did this last year, almost did it a couple weeks ago. Now we got this again. We need to clean that up, D.
Got to clean it up.
But on that note, A.D. Mitchell is
talented.
We don't need to be. Everybody's saying you need to cut him.
No.
Wait. Maybe we just get him off the field if he can get near the end zone. Or maybe we do. We don't have him throw again.
He slides down before the end zone.
Yeah, but we need exactly. Hey, you need to not even go anywhere near that goal line.
Yeah.
And also, let's not even have him block. Fuck it. Just have him only on pass plays, and let's not have him throw the ball ever again on the field. But it's certainly been an interesting first couple of years for A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a piece that we're going to need. But that can't happen, especially against the Rams. They get a good win, but we should have won that game, and we should still be undefeated.
Yeah, you've mentioned it. Shot ourselves in the foot. That's pretty much the A.D. Mitchell experience so far right there in a nutshell. That play, phenomenal talent, but it's just the little things. And hopefully he learns from this. You know how you've been in these moments where you do something maybe boneheaded or you just make a bad play, and it's like the weight of the world is on your shoulder. You saw him after this play kind of outside of the huddle, just pacing around. It was tough then to get the block to compound that, but we still had a chance to at least put this game in overtime late. So it never comes down to just one player. We had 10 people on the field when we gave up the big deep ball to Tutu Atwell. So it's always a team effort in winning and losing, but it's going to be a tough week until 10 can get back on the field and hopefully make up for that. But you cannot have 10 players on the field in a situation like this. Got to have a situation, 2-minute situation. Matt Stafford, he found him, he made him pay, and the guy that was on him, he tripped and fell, which happens. But Stafford's playing unbelievable football. Puka Nacua might be the best wide receiver in football right now. And just a total team effort. You mentioned good teams playing. These are 4 teams right now that kind of can be in it at the end, and I expect these guys to make all deep playoff runs in both of these games.
The Buccaneers are going to have to start harder.
Yeah,
they're going to have to start better.
They're going to get healthier, though, too.
I agree, but also they're at their very best, what they are unstoppable.
Yeah.
So good.
Like whenever they need it, they've seemingly got it, except for this fourth down. And the Eagles' special teams has been an absolute nightmare for the brand. Obviously, we remember 2 blocked field goals. Now we got a block punt right up the gut. Riley Dixon there almost eats one, too. I mean, that could have been even worse. Philadelphia Eagles humming on all sides of the ball, except for getting the ball to one guy. AJ Brown.
Really
They
good
tried.
with hands, actually.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. Their red zone right now is 11 for 11, I think. Like Hembo sent me a stat. They're 100%, I think, in the red zone. Their offensive efficiency is like the greatest of all time. And one of the highest paid guys they got at wide receiver is like, listen, hey, if you're not welcomed, not listened to, just quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Don't post. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way. So is that what his mindset was a couple weeks ago? Because didn't he have 100?
He had 106 in the tud last week. I believe
Mm-hmm.
8 catches as well.
Okay, so I appreciate the fact that he said, hey, I could be louder about this, but I live by this mantra. I just want you to know
Which isn't loud in the...
that this is how I live by. So I'm just trying to let you guys know who I am. But this is kind of loud, don't you think?
Well...
But you don't...
I'm not saying
I'm saying not be loud, though. I'm saying be quietly. This is going to be something that Sirianni's going to have to juggle?
Yeah.
Or are they going to...
Sirianni loves him. He would never.
Him and Devonta combined for 4 catches. Yes. I don't know if I saw this stat. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if they completed a pass in the second half.
I saw that stat too. 0 for 8.
I don't know. I didn't. We should check those stats to see if they're real. But nonetheless, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's that's probably what Sirianni and everybody says. So whenever you talk about A.J. Brown, potentially, does he want to cause a little bit of shit to either get the ball or...
Yeah, get out Dahn.
I don't know. We have no idea, but we know that the Eagles are winning games, and they always seemingly do. Let's go to number 2. Speaking of winning games, congrats to the New York Football Giants. Wow. MetLife Moxie, the Daboll and Dart story. Obviously, we see a small sample size, but we love everything about it. And know that this particular sample size ends with Jackson Dart's forehead clearly pressed on the Daboll's forehead, saying, "Are you my dad?" And him saying, "Are you my son?" Great knee bend there. Good fluidity there to be able to do that. There's Daboll and Jackson say, "Hey, you're my son, I think. You're my dad." Whenever you think about 2 guys with moxie, I think, and seeing if they can get along, Jackson and Daboll feel like a good, doesn't it?
Good partnership.
Just from what we've learned about Daboll, sawed-off cigar in hand, some other things about willing to do whatever.
Yeah, intense.
And then Jackson Dart comes in there, all the swagger and moxie in the world. Let alone you got Scattaboo gassing it all up.
Holy hell.
You got Scattaboo gassing
4-4?
everything up. Love everything about it. 4-4 and 6 are a problem. Okay, you times what those 2 add to, that's what you got with this crew. That's a hundo, pal. This group is obviously young, hungry, in the middle of a transition potentially, and people are saying that Dart saved Daboll's job.
Yeah.
We talked about that, though. We said the whole plan here is if Daboll and Dart show promise, that's probably their pitch tomorrow not to get fired.
And yesterday, I have on good authority, it was the entire ownership group in the building. Like, not just the mayors, but everybody collectively were there. So, yeah, it could have been a big decision made. Maybe it was because it was Jackson's Dart's, the new era beginning. But, you saw the excitement from Coach Daboll after the game, and that looked like, hey, boy, you might have just saved my job. Gave me some more runway. But I love what I saw from the young kid. Obviously, you're going to have to build on it, continue to get better, because once you put anything on film, these defenses will continue to prepare and try to take away the things you do well. But you love to see this from your rookies. Him playing well, Scattaboo playing well, Abdul Carter coming along. Yeah. So you got some youth in the building, and you just want to show some promise. You want to compete as this year goes on, and then maybe you stick with Daboll and Sean in the front office.
Yeah, good luck to all of them, and we're appreciative of the moxie for sure, especially in the big city. Especially in the big city. Chargers?
Not worried about him.
Okay.
9 a.m. kick, just like or
Illinois.
10 a.m. kick, whatever. Yeah, just like USC.
Yeah, Illinois, USC. Okay. I think we should think about that.
Maybe.
You worried about him?
I'm not, but, man, anytime you got a rookie.
Well, now that
it's kind of
now we know Kate Morrow's in the owner's box. I mean, we can't really fault anybody.
Also,
Rooney Mara was there too, probably.
Who's the famous actress? Is that the lady from Seinfeld? Is she related to that family?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Is she related to the New York Giants family?
I don't think so.
She could be, though.
But you know, Kate.
Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about that? Like, who are you saying whenever you say whole family?
I'm not even just saying family. I'm saying because there are other people that are in the
minority owners.
Sure,
So,
straight
Mara's
hands.
friends.
All
Eli.
all hands on deck.
Mara's friends
Cake
that tell
boss.
him this team sucks.
Hey,
He's
why
like,
do
hey,
we
guys,
sir.
guess what?
Emerald
Cake-
Gossi.
All right, and the number one story is the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Congrats to them.
Of course.
Congrats to them. Of course, I give up on them and stop picking them when this happens. Their biggest game that they've had in a long time. I forget how many years. How big of a day was that for Patrick Mahomes?
First time he's had 4 passing touchdowns in a game since October 2023.
Okay, so it's been a while. Xavier Worthy, obviously a huge piece to the puzzle. Patrick Mahomes is still that guy, always will be that guy. Juju Smith-Schuster has also been flashing a lot. I like their celebration, how they pass it around as well, with old Uncle Travis Kelce getting in there. Pacheco goes crazy. Patrick Mahomes is the youngest to 250.
250 passing touchdowns.
The youngest in the history of the game to 250 passing touchdowns. He just turned 30 just a couple weeks ago, and he's already in the GOAT discussion. Obviously, he's special. We all have to remember that, including myself, whenever I decide to pick another team. That other team, the Baltimore Ravens, defensively, man, I don't know what the hell's going on over there. Zio and the boys are going to have to figure it out on the defensive side, including, hey, listen, what's going on? They had bad defense first 10 weeks of the year last year. Then they were able to figure it out. That feels weird that it takes that long to figure out a defense, maybe change the defense, but nonetheless, they weren't able to stop Patrick Mahomes on the offensive side of the ball. Lamar Jackson exited the game down 17 in the third quarter because he had an injured hamstring. I will say, I was listening to Red Zone channel. We're still all watching it, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And Scott Hansen basically said, Lamar Jackson with no medical officials around him, 17 points, third quarter. I don't know what's going on there. Then he followed up like 2 minutes later, was like, we're getting reports from the local CBS that he has a hamstring strain, which is why he was not in there. So Lamar Jackson led way to Cooper Kush to get in there and do his thing. What are the Ravens right now? We shall see. Joining us, ladies and gentlemen, senior NFL insider for ESPN, Adam Schefter. Schefty, sorry we made you wait there. The first 15 obviously drawing out longer and longer every single week. We will certainly respect your time. Sorry we did not.
Not the first 15, it's the first 50. You got to change to the first 50 now, Pat.
Yeah, but that's not football. Football does first 15.
Yeah, final word.
It's first 15. On that note, in the first 15 of any play would be, let's see what's up with Lamar Jackson. What have you heard? Because that was kind of an interesting rollout for those of us that didn't have sound on the game, but we were maybe listening somewhere else. He had a hamstring strain is how it was being reported, but he didn't look like he was in a lot of pain on the sideline. He's tough as hell. We understand that. What is the story out of Baltimore, and what are your thoughts?
Well, hamstrings are something they evaluate during the week, and here's the issue for Lamar Jackson. If he is able to play right now, and I don't know that they know if he's able to do that right now, certainly he'll be compromised. One of the strengths of his game, one of his superpowers, is his ability to run around, make things happen, be elusive. And if he's got a balky hamstring, that's an issue for this upcoming week. They play the Houston Texans, who have some ferocious pass-rushing defensive ends. They're noted for their defense. They shut out the Titans yesterday, which Cam Ward didn't particularly like and enjoy, but nevertheless, it's a tough Houston defense. So this is the kind of thing where I don't know if Lamar could have gone back in the game yesterday if it were close, but it wasn't. They left him out, and we'll have an idea as this week unfolds, but hamstrings certainly are never fun to have, particularly for somebody like Lamar Jackson.
D, but I'll ask you this. If he has a hurt hamstring, he has the number one passer rating, I think, in the history of the NFL with his arm. If he has a hurt hamstring, will there be less people in the box so there's more people in coverage? Or how does that kind of affect his what defenses will do with him if he has a strained hamstring?
No, what you've been seeing defenses do now is kind of have that spy and just be more disciplined in their rush lanes. And if 8 is on the field, you expect him to be 8. You know what I mean? You still don't expect him to be a statue in the pocket. So I feel like you still have to call it that way. Because if Lamar is playing, I feel like Lamar is playing, he's going to be healthy.
Okay, let's go to the New York Giants. Obviously, we did some research. I assume you have as well. Hembo sent us over a bunch of stats, and we've been scouring the internet. MetLife Stadium has obviously been home to a lot of injuries over there. Malik Neighbors, who's obviously electrifying, and Giants fans were putting him as in the top pantheon of wide receivers in the NFL already, and he's just a couple years in. Obviously from wide receiver U down there at LSU, an absolute beast on the field. Tears his ACL is what the fear is yesterday on MetLife. And then you go through the history of MetLife. I think they changed their turf in the last couple years. I forget, they went from one particular brand of turf to another brand of turf. That turf was supposed to be more like grass because they understood that they had a little bit more injuries and issues than literally everywhere else. Now this is still happening. So, Schefter, what is the conversation about the MetLife turf? Because anytime this happens, obviously turf versus grass conversations come up. We heard Josh Allen literally 2 weeks ago with us talk about the new Buffalo Bills stadium, and he said, we got grass. That was a big deal for him. It's a big deal for players. Will this neighbor's injury spur anything? And what are you hearing out of the New York Giants facility?
Well, they did redo the field in March of 23. And so it was, 2.5 years ago that they put in a new turf field at that point in time. You see the list of players there that have gone down. I'm sure there are a lot of players that have gone down in every stadium. It just feels like that stadium, I don't know. It does feel like we get more, and I'm with Josh Allen. I think everybody's with Josh Allen. You saw the tweet yesterday, I think it was from Odell Beckham Jr. Other players feel the same. Look, it's pretty simple. There's the tweet. Dear NFL, I mean this with the utmost love and respect. Take the precautions that were with everything else when it comes to players' health and safety. Please, please, please get rid of the turf. Thank you in advance. I think he speaks for a lot of people. It shouldn't be that hard to put in grass. How much of neighbor's injury is because of the who knows? I don't know how to answer that other than there seemed to be a high number of injuries on that MetLife field that forced them to change the turf. But they change it, and Aaron Rodgers goes down and tears his Achilles in the first game right after that happens.
Yeah.
Is that Aaron? I don't. It's a hard. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, Pat. I mean, I'd be curious to know if a doctor has any concerns. But the number of players, it's too long to ignore. It's too long to ignore.
Yeah, well, Schefter, that's the thing. There'll be a doctor that comes out and says that this turf is definitely problematic. It's not just the turf, it's the cement that's underneath of it, and there's really no room to give for any of your joints and what bodies are supposed to do. Now, it's not every joint, it's not every ligament, but some bodies, the way they are built, obviously going to have this reaction on this particular turf. Then you have some other doctor come out and say, we've done the research, there's actually different parts of the turf during different parts of the season, and it's like some turf is actually better than grass. So now, how do you add that in? I think just every player that's ever spoke has said, we'd like grass. And then we see what Arizona's able to do. And now if Buffalo's getting grass up there and keeping grass up there, it's like there should be no excuse with the technology. And then on the MetLife conversation, they're hosting a World Cup.
Yeah,
with grass.
With grass.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but that grass is just kind of stapled on top of
Yeah.
So, like J.J. Watt, who's soccer owner, 2 teams, says, hey, some of the grass that they just put on top of this turf, not good either. Like, that is not what any of us want. So, I don't know what the right answer is. Seems like everybody likes grass.
Super grass.
Hopefully, they'll be able to do that. Let's go to another team that had a massive injury, and maybe you have an update. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Schefter, any word on what's going on with Joe Alt? Obviously, the Chargers, that was tough yesterday, but their O-line is so beat up, and at this point, how big of a cause of concern is that for them going forward?
Well, he went down, and I'm just opening up a text that I got about it yesterday. But basically, he wanted to go back in, and they told him no. He didn't want to accept that, a high ankle sprain usually limits you and prevents you from playing for a couple of weeks. But he's going to get a second opinion today. They'll look at it again. High ankle sprain for offensive tackle is not easy. Look, here's the deal. A high ankle sprain, if you're the Chargers and you see Joe Alt carted off yesterday, you feel fortunate that he has a high ankle sprain. You don't want any of your players to get hurt. But when he goes down, you don't know whether it's a knee, whether it's a broken ankle, a dislocation. It could be anything that ends the season. They've already lost Rashawn Slater in training camp to a torn patella tendon. So they lose their starting left tackle. They move Alt over to left tackle. He goes out of the game. Now you're down your 2 best tackles, one of whom is the highest paid offensive tackle in the National Football League in Rashawn Slater, even though he's not playing. Another who has a chance to be the highest paid one day and might just be as good as any left tackle in the game today, Joe Alt. So that is brutal if they're without him. And Herbert paid the price for it yesterday. They struggled to protect him. He got hit an awful lot. It's going to be hard to win consistently without Joe Alt, but it doesn't sound like he's going to miss a lot of time.
Brian Burns with the incredible Spider-Man's and then this at the end is an incredible display of flexibility. What is his dims? Do we hear what his dims are?
6'5", 240, 250 is what I remember.
He's way too big to be able to move that smooth down into that. That is unbelievable. But on that note, that Giants D-line, not a good time to be down offensive lineman. Sexy Dexy almost cribbed that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was unbelievable. I can't believe he got tackled at like the 2 yard. I felt so bummed out for him. You know, these big guys, these massive guys, especially Hall of Fame type guys, having a touchdown. Instead, you're down at the 3.
Thought Herbert liked football.
Well, kind of ruined it, didn't he? Should have let him have that. Should have let him have
tackle,
that. But Dexy moving like that. Dart and Dable on the offensive side. Do the Giants have a little bit of hope? Bruce, do we have hope right now? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, yeah. We are all the way back. Competitive football is back in the Giants world. Shades of Mahomes, shades of Josh Allen, shades of Ken Stabler from the Young Jackson Dart. I'm fired up.
What about Scottaboo? What do you think about Scottaboo? He's like an all-star at meets.
Yeah, he's absolutely unbelievable. The duo of them, him lead blocking 4-dart on the QB ISO, it's just a thing of beauty.
Look at the future of the Giants, Schefter. You look like you had something to say about the future over there.
But listen, Cam Scottaboo looks like John Riggins. You got Jackson Dart who's around. He's brought some juice, although he's taken way too many hits yesterday. But here's the issue, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here, but when you go out and lose Malik Neighbors, you're talking about a transcendent talent. He is as good as anybody in the game at what he does.
What?
And there's no way that you could lose a guy like that and not have it impact your team for the final 13 games of the season. It's just brutal to see that happen the way it did. And I hope he's okay. He gets some time to rest now. He'll need surgery on that ACL. But, Jackson Dart was great. Cam Scottaboo's been great, but they just lost this guy. It reminds me of when the Jets beat the Bills on opening day in the game in which Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, and all the Jet fans are all excited. They won the game. And Xavier Gibson returns the punt in overtime for the game-winning score. You win the battle, you lose the war. The Giants lost the war yesterday. They lost this guy.
Whoa!
He's
They just started, I think, in the Jackson Dart era. On that note, Malik, we do. T's and P's. The game's going to miss him, especially if we're going to have more eyes on these Giants games than we have in the last year and a half. I understand New York, a lot of people watching them. Out here,
no.
I ain't never watching it.
Nope.
I ain't never seen. So everybody tells me about Malik Neighbors, how great he is, and I assume that he is. And yes, I've seen his highlights, but I haven't watched like a full Giants game in a long time. With that being said, Jackson Dart and Dayball getting after Scattaboo. We got Burns doing the Spider-Man gif out there. Mm. I hope Malik Neighbors comes back sooner than ever before, but I think we shouldn't just give up hope on this team immediately because they'll pound that rock, it feels like. Will Dayball remain committed to Scattaboo and Jackson Dart ISO powers 40, 50 times? We shall see. Bruce, that's the entire question.
Yeah, we need a lot of 12 personnel, maybe some 22 personnel. Maybe we get Tyrone Tracy back. We go a little 32 personnel, 3 running backs in the backfield, running the ball 40, maybe 50 times a game.
13 to 20, 111 passing yards. Let's lose our minds.
Yeah.
I'm on your side, Dart. Yeah. Keep it rolling, brother. T's and P's to Malik Neighbors. Let's talk about a situation that could be brewing a little bit. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Schefter, I was watching the Lions and Browns yesterday, and one thing stood out to me, and we love Joe Flacco, okay? Mm-hmm. But he has not been good. I believe he is last in the NFL in completion, last in touchdowns, second in interceptions. Once again, we love Joe Flacco. But is there a point where Dillon Gabriel and the Browns, they're going to get a chance to see what they have in maybe those 2 rookie quarterbacks or one, whatever the situation is?
Kevin Stefanski said that's not how he's thinking right now, but I think everybody could see at some point in time that Dillon Gabriel is going to get a chance here to play. Don't know whether it's a couple of weeks away or a month away, but at some point in time, they're going to go to Dillon Gabriel and give him a shot to see what he can do. They've got 2 first-round draft picks, and they've got to figure out, what, if anything, Dillon Gabriel can do. They got to figure out about Shador. They got to take a look at these guys, and the offense is just really struggled. The early part of the season just really struggled, and the defense is playing at such a high level that we saw the spark that the Giants got from going to Jackson Dart. Now, I'm not telling you that Dillon Gabriel is the same thing, but at some point in time, you go to a rookie, everybody gets excited. Then sometimes reality sets in, and it's not as exciting. But initially, you're going to get a spark, If the guy can play well, then maybe you found something. At some point in time, I think Cleveland will make that move, but Stefanski has not let on that he's thinking about making that move anytime soon so far.
Never wanted to make that move. Wanted to go on a run with Flacco like they did a couple years back. For whatever reason, it's seemingly not clicking like it did before. I like to see Jerry Judy dancing in paint.
Yeah.
I like to see Jerry Judy doing his thing. I also wonder if Stefanski has to watch Dylan Gabriel against that defense every day. I don't think so. I don't know if this guy's ready yet. I don't know if he's ready yet. He'll be tested, though, whenever he gets in there. And then, obviously, the Shedeur Sanders conversation. If Joe Flacco gets removed, all of a sudden now, hold on now, wait a minute.
If he was on another team, he'd be playing already.
Well, I did hear that. There's probably a couple teams where he would be out on the field. Obviously, there's been some injuries and things like that to quarterbacks early. On that note, do we have another controversy potentially brewing? Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Schefter. Of course, Brock Purdy is making $250+ million, and all those things go into the decision when you are picking who's starting that quarterback. But it didn't look good for the Niners. Didn't look good for Brock. A couple drops, key drops that weren't his fault, but it still was just ugly for the Niners all day. What are we looking at here with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy? Is this going to go on for a couple weeks, or do you get the sense that this isn't even a thought? Mac Jones will not play as long as Brock Purdy is healthy.
Well, here's the issue right now. Brock Purdy is dealing with some toe soreness after the game yesterday, and they have a short week. And so we'll see whether or not he's going to be able to get back out there. But I think it's a question in light of Thursday night. And he's not the only one. You got Ricky Pearsall right now. He's got a strained PCL. He's going for further testing today. We'll see if he is going to miss any time. Juwan Jennings came in after Ricky Pearsall went down and caught a 2-point conversion and got laid out. I'm watching the game with the guys in the room, Randy Moss and Rex Ryan and Teddy Bruschi and Alex, and they're like, "Oh, ribs, broken ribs." I'm like, and Juwan was down, and all of a sudden he's in on the next play. It was incredible, and they took him to the medical tent. He couldn't get in the medical tent because Pearsall was in there. So that's kind of like what the Niners season's been like. That
no
Pearsall
occupancy. Yeah. That's not good for the team.
No, it's not.
I have 2 beds in there?
We're at max capacity here. Sorry. At the medical tent? That's not a good thing for your team.
Rub some dirt on it. Get your ass back out there.
Sorry, we don't have enough room. We're doing enough tests over here. Baseline. You saw what he did. Jeez. Zaire Franklin had his knee buckle yesterday. Was back. Oh. They took a timeout. Then he was back like the next play. I thought he was going to be. That looked like it really went down. He continued to play.
Micah. Last night, yeah. He
messing with his back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, when he did that back bump.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey had a fake hamstring, and then he had a real hamstring, and then he tried to come back. But I think, he actually did hurt it eventually.
Yeah, he did the fake hammy into the gritty, I saw.
Which, by the way.
What?
What a celebration.
I
mean, that is one of the best ones out there.
I thought you were going negative. You're actually going positive. I saw a couple Irish jigs by a couple people.
Yeah.
Feels like massive success over there in Ireland, yes?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was, look, you knew it was going to be a great success, and you knew that the people there would support it and cheer for it, and that was always going to be the inevitable result, and they played a good game. So, yeah, they'll be back in Ireland again, I'm sure. They announced last week they'll be back in Brazil or wherever. They're spreading.
Shefty! Shefty, that was awesome.
Somewhere.
We just saw the computer glitch there for a second. Shit, was it Brazil? Was it Spain? Germany? Shit. It was so. They're going everywhere. Yes, congrats, Ireland. If you'll take another game, they will come.
World.
Yeah, I agree. Australia's on deck. That's crazy. There's some seats that seemingly are getting pretty hot. College has already been guys fired.
Yep.
Okay? The NFL, there has not. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, we saw the number 1 pick, Cam Ward, speak after the game and showed his obvious frustration with what's going on. Already 0-4 right now. Callahan looks like he's been pissed off since the season has started. Are you expecting any change there? I'm not calling for anybody's job, but are you expecting any change there at the head coaching position, the Tennessee Titans?
They haven't won. A lot of unhappy people there. You give these answers to some of these teams thinking, like the Giants, I think the phrase we used at that point in time, no sense of urgency to trade, to change quarterbacks. They lose 2 games, they change quarterbacks. I think I would say the same thing about the Tennessee Titans. They're not looking to change coaches right now. Now, I think everybody could agree that they're going to have to turn things around and play better. Otherwise, there are going to be changes. And they're not planning and wanting to do anything right now. But if losing like that continues and you've got your number 1 pick coming out and saying the things he does, that's an issue. That's a red flag. And we'll see how they decide to handle it. They prefer not to have to do anything anytime soon. They'd like to let the season play out, but let's see if they come up with a few more losses like yesterday where they got shut out in Houston and looked inept on offense.
Congrats to the Texans. That had to be huge for them, obviously, with everything going on. Titans, though, that Callahan guy and Paul Kuharski is already good.
Love it.
That's already. They're already at batting at 1,000.
Yep.
Nashville is such a great city. I assume that job would be very much desirable
especially if you believe in Cam.
And I do. After every answer he gives, I believe in him more.
For sure.
I believe in him more down there. Okay, let's look to tonight. We only have 2 minutes, Schefty. On that note, Connor was bringing up this morning when we were off air a little bit, like, what if Miami has a terrible performance here in primetime? What does that mean for the future there? Is there anything we should look at tonight storyline-wise?
Yeah, I think Miami's in a similar spot to Tennessee. They're not winning. They're not playing great. Coach is coming under question, but they want to remain patient too. Now, are they going to lose, 2 more games in a row, still winless, and helicopters with banners flying? Again, that's not what they want to do. It's not what they're planning to do. We'll see how tonight goes against the New York Jets, who get back Justin Fields coming out of concussion protocol. Should be a boost for their offense. Second game, we got a Broncos team that's really struggled. That's had the lead for the majority of the last 2 games in the fourth quarter. They lost against the Colts. They lost against the Chargers. They easily won both games and didn't. So now they'll be coming home to face the Bengals team that's coming off as bad a game as the team has played this year, with Jake Browning at quarterback. They're trying to get back on track. So we got 4 teams tonight that are really trying to make something happen and get something done and get these seasons turned around before it's too late.
Tonight's consummate pretender or consummate contender for the rest of the season, we find out at 7:15 on ESPN and 8:15 on ABC. Monday Night Football doubleheader. We appreciate the hell out of you. That's Adam Schefter.
Shout out
to Schefty. That's good intel.
Yeah.
A lot of good intel there. McDaniels, similar situation to Tennessee Titans. Not a lot of people happy.
That's not good.
Need to win.
Down there in Nashville, just a couple names to keep an eye out. Could you imagine if John Gruden was the coach of the team?
Oh, man.
They'd be pretty good.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're back on the other side. Take about 3. It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here, my guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay? You only get one kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Only one kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many Staters chant for another kick. Only one, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You could help out your guy, William, in winning $150,000. One kick, 300,000, 2.
You're a good man.
This minute, Carson, congratulations.
You crushed that.
William, way to go. It has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you.
Good finance decisions were made, and the first top 6 whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. Roar! 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 Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. I think that might. Maybe they should have turned that around and said thank you to Pat.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, Dwayne, let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You pig!
Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Overreaction Monday, September 29th, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football! It's magical. It was a great weekend of ball, and it continues tonight with 2 games. We got a Monday Night Football doubleheader, 7:15 Eastern Time on ESPN. AFC East, Jets and Dolphins clash as the Dolphins are 2.5-point favorites at home. Remember, down there in Miami, 150% humidity.
Yep.
Okay, so no matter what the Jets are prepared for, it's going to be hard to battle against the weather. Will the Dolphins battle at all? Let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. Gumpy, I know the Dolphins sent you a nice jacket today. How do we feel about going into prime time? Nice. The Dolphins are on prime time tonight. Monday Night Football. Again. Taking on the Jets. How do you feel?
I feel great. No moral victories tonight. You got to win. You got to do it. Darren Waller's back. First game. Boys are buzzing. Dolphins get it done.
You've been talking about Darren Waller playing on Monday night for about a week and a half now. Seems like you're excited about the addition of him. Maybe that opens some stuff up for that offense with Tua Tagovailoa, especially when he's that athletic. Can you showcase that jacket a little bit? Because I want to let people know that Gumpy was almost out on the Dolphins. Remember, he was going to buy just an NFL hat. Yep. Wasn't going to actually have an actual team. I don't know if the Dolphins heard about that or if the Dolphins created this. They sent him up a leather jacket. They said, don't you leave us, Gumps.
Need you, Gump.
Now's not the time. Darren, they even said in the letter, Darren Waller's playing.
He's playing tonight.
And Gumpy's all the way back. I appreciate that. That's good ball. Toxic Table at Boston Connor. AFC East obviously battling tonight. Nice to see you guys get showcased at 7:15.
Yeah, no. This is kind of the game that everyone says, like, oh, man, I wish I was in the AFC East. These teams suck.
Yeah, that is kind of the narrative after these types of games for a lot of divisions, more specifically the AFC East, especially because the Patriots had it for 25 years. Buffalo Bills currently have Josh Allen in the MVP. So the Dolphins, who spent all that money on that offense, a new head coach and quarterback, just trying to look up at them. But what if they aren't looking up? What if they're looking up at the Jets too, and everything else? No. That would be a tough go, Ty Schmidt, especially for your Packers coming out, tie ball game last night. It'd be better than getting your asses beat on primetime, no?
Yeah, maybe, but I think more so, like, if you're just a fan in general, this is, like, NFL's got to stop doing this. Like, I see what you're doing, okay? It's like, you know what? We're going to give them 2 shitty Monday Night Football games, maybe to kind of cloud their, like, instead of saying, like, this game sucks.
The Bengals at the Broncos.
It's terrible.
It was 4 weeks ago.
In preseason, it looked good. But again, we've been talking about this. Like, if you have the ability, now I get it. It's very early to flex on Monday Night
I don't think they're allowed. I think it's week 7.
I don't think they are either.
So in an alternate reality,
that needs to be a change. Because, like, I'm almost to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to watch either one of these games.
You're going to protest?
I'm not going to protest. It's just like I would maybe rather just like smack my putt around and do nothing than watch either one of these games. Now, granted, it's football. It's on TV.
It's 5 hours.
I will watch it.
Both. This is 5 hours of football tonight. He's talking about putt beating.
It is better that they put both on almost pretty much the same time.
I do appreciate
that. Not the 7 and 10 stagger start time.
Handcuff you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what are you doing till 1:30 tonight?
I know what you're doing. You're watching 2 shitty Monday Night Football games.
No, that's not what they're doing.
Well,
So they did the first time.
They're not. They're saying, listen, we can't. We can't waterboard these people for 6 hours tonight. Let's split these games up. 30 minutes apart from each other. We'll be done with it, and then we'll
we
move
had
on.
this last year. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Right at halftime of the
Yep,
first game,
exactly.
the second game goes. Now you got a March Madness vibe.
Multi-view.
Oh my God, we got a March Madness type thing happening. There's more NFL. It's good experience. Bengals Broncos though, beginning of the season.
Yeah, great game.
This was supposed to be a great game. They can't flex yet.
I know.
Okay, so you just saying, well, why don't they just pull the trigger and stop being soft and saying we're getting new games out there? They're not even allowed to.
There should be a clause though. It's like, hey, if Joe Burrow gets hurt, like.
Starting quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Respectfully, fuck Jake Browning. I don't want to watch him on Monday Night Football. Respectfully. Very respectfully. Because he can sling the pill. I know he
How'd
can.
Iowa do this weekend?
Don't get me started. This was, and it shouldn't have been. It really shouldn't have been. Man, at my age, I don't know why I'm getting so emotionally invested and so mad at the outcomes of these games. You called me on Saturday.
Immediately, I called him. As Mendoza's running out of the back of the end zone. Clock is at 0 for a while. Could have went down at, I think, the 20, 15, 10, 5, or the 2 even. Instead goes all the way out
Sig
the
was
end
actually
zone.
pissed about it.
At a safety, 2, 1. Could go down any of these times. It would be the same result. Massive negative rushing amount for your entire offense. Massive negative rushing amount for Fernando Mendoza. And also the other team gets 2 points. Tell him to go down at the 10.
What's he doing?
He could have won down at the 5. There's so many times he could have won down. It was only 2 seconds. What they should have done, just sent out the punter. Basically, that's 1.4 seconds in the snap. We used to practice this. I've practiced this a couple times. Snap for punt, turn around, run, throw as high and far as possible.
Yeah, could have.
Because clock doesn't stop until ball hits ground or whatever, So I thought in the conversation, I didn't think of this. This was presented to me as an idea. And then once I got the idea, I was like, this is an incredible idea. So I get to throw this thing into the top, basically because you're trying to throw this as high and far as possible because it doesn't stop until it hits something. We did it at training camp, and we had nothing behind it. It was just another practice field. I crow hopped into this thing, threw it. Maybe my best throw of my entire life. Tight spiral, looked like a absolute cannon. Goes down. 6 seconds maybe. 6 seconds plus the 4, 5, 6, 15 seconds I think in total from snap to me running to throwing is what we could have eaten up. I think just the Hail Mary throw off to the side I think is like 7, 8 seconds is what they like. 2 seconds. There was no reason to run all the way that far.
Especially when you got a guy on your, can you imagine if he punches that ball out and they score a touchdown? He closed it pretty quick there.
He just wanted to touch the paint.
He did.
In Iowa, look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Waved to the kids, do the entire thing. Indiana gets another win. They might be the best team in the country.
They're not.
Look out.
They might be number 1 pick.
They win at Kinnick. They could be the best.
He's not, and they're not. Let's stop doing this right now. I
some
live here. I understand. They go out to Oregon in a couple weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
I mean, they ain't going to be
I thought Iowa was supposed to be the team. Granoski, you got a Heisman winner.
Well, he got hurt. And they had to bring in Hank fucking Brown to save the day. And he looks like he's 8 years old. He didn't cut it. So, but no, I mean, Indiana's good. They are. There's no two ways about it. But it's the same deal. There are just levels in the Big Ten. That's what we talked about. It's like there are those teams in the real upper echelon
that are making it in the playoffs and stuff.
Exactly. And then there's everybody else. Indiana's not. I mean, we remember what happened last year. They make it to the playoffs. They get fucking embarrassed by Notre Dame. Sig, loved the guy, tucked his tail, was punting a bunch, didn't do it all year. Just got embarrassed on the national stage. If they make it again, for sure.
Rob.
I'm just saying, there are levels to this shit.
I don't like what you said about Sig.
Well,
you mean
we just talked about it.
It's fresh. It's fresh.
It is. And I, going into
I get it.
I told him, can we just pump the brakes on the Sigs, Bear Bryant for a second? Okay, they beat Iowa by 5. All right, let's not. But look at what they did to Illinois. And then Illinois beats USC, and everyone's saying how good USC is. It's there are 4 teams in the Big Ten who are really good, and then there's just everybody else.
Ohio State, number 1 team. Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss. I mean, I like Oklahoma there, A&M, Penn State, IU, Texas, Alabama rounded out. I love what college football has been doing. It's
the best.
It has been a great season thus far. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner. He's also a Hofnom. That's a Hall of Fame nominee. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hofnom himself, AJ Hawk.
Hey.
What's up, Hoff? How you doing, brother?
You don't think old buddy, they didn't tell him to go down? You think they didn't want that safety right there?
Sig, now we got a safety on the books? Yeah. Why would we ever do this?
He's going to look at Watching this in real time was a bit scary, I'm not going to lie. It was pretty scary.
You thought that guy was going to catch him, or what? You just thought?
I just thought, like, there's so many things that could go wrong. I'm just telling him to get down for 20 yards until that
was wild.
Can he see the clock? There had to be a clock somewhere in that end. When that thing hits 0, you're good. You can just kind of go down. Negative rushing yard, offensive line coach not going to like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to have to run a lot to get back into the green this year as a whole. I mean, that's 40-some yards. I don't know if Mendoza's getting there. Maybe.
No way.
I don't know if he's getting there, but
I like that part about it. Like, he doesn't care about the stats. Whatever it takes to win.
Yeah, maybe he was laughing the whole time. Like, if
maybe he's mic'd up.
Exactly. Maybe he was laughing at him the whole time, and that's why he was doing it. And then once we hear it, it'll make sense.
I will say he is impressive. He's a tough son of a bitch. He stands in there and takes massive hits and still get, like, I was very impressed with Mendoza.
There's a chance he's the #1 overall pick. Like, that is very, very real, especially with his football IQ, what everybody's saying, if he's able to do well during the combine era. It depends on who has the #1 pick, I guess, or who needs a quarterback. But if you're like a system place that needs accuracy and a guy that plays on rhythm and knows what defenses are doing, which there's still a lot of those offenses in the NFL, there's a chance that he wins over everybody, especially if he wins the Heisman.
What's his dims? How big is he?
He's tall.
He's big,
like 6'5", 230, something like that.
Yeah, he's big.
He's a big boy.
He's from 2001.
Yeah.
You know, but
he's
like Gannon.
He's a South Florida kid, too.
Okay.
He's got grit.
I'm in.
He's got a little job.
I was surprised how big Drew Allen was when he came and stood next to you. I saw him play, but like when he came and stood, I'm like, God damn.
I didn't like that. I also like the fact that he said he would hand the ball off 30 times if that means they would win. In this world of NIL and exposure and everything, you want to run up the numbers. That is a terrible ending for him against Oregon, though.
Yes, it is.
That is the worst case scenario there for Drew Aller and that Penn State team, AJ. I got a chance to experience that and feel that. Did you do that? Did you do one you said?
Yeah, I got beat in a whiteout before. Yeah, it's a pretty electric environment, I would say. The place goes straight up, so it's very, very loud. And those fans, they know what they're doing.
That's kind of my takeaway as well. Is like I was down in Tennessee, they had 102,000, I think. Obviously, I've had the opportunity to be in Michigan's big house, 112,000. I think it's the biggest or whatever. And then there's other huge stadiums around. This one felt more on top. It felt like a 65, 70,000 seater, if that makes sense. Normally the 100,000 ones, because there's so many people, you got to take up a lot of space. That one felt intimate almost. And that DJ in there, AJ, I don't know what the rules are. It was perfectly done. As soon as the tackle happened, it was clear that the person running the music knew ball. Like, hey, play's over, right? Bang, right now. Almost like timing up the tackle right into a song. It was like the fans were in it. So for them to not only come out victorious, this Oregon team, but withstand the battle, and then to get a turnover like that, so far away from home.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
That flight, so far away, in front of a completely hostile environment. Stanford Steve stopped by the bus. We hung out on the bus by the stadium. I took a nap actually during the day while watching the games. It was great on the bus, to be honest. Stanford Steve came over like 2 hours before the game kicked off. He comes onto the bus and I go, "How is it out there?" And he goes, "Absolute destruction." He said, "It's pure chaos out there." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Everywhere, everybody intoxicated." He said it's a super positive, everybody obviously having a good time, but he said it's seemingly utter chaos.
Yeah.
And
doing the band performance? You're just out there?
Yeah, I was in the middle of it all. I had no idea. I was walking out the tunnel before the team, AJ. Look, I'm right there. I'm with the band right now. I'm with the band. We're doing the whole thing. This is me and Gumpy. That's the athletic director, Pat
crazy.
Kraft. Obviously, he's having the time of his life. But yeah, they wanted... they provided me an opportunity to kind of experience it all over there. I was almost like I was a recruit.
Wow.
Like they were trying to.
Are you committed?
I would, yeah, I absolutely. Got a wrestling. I'm part of a wrestling team.
Yeah.
I'm a national champion. I got a singlet. I went over to the volleyball team. Obviously, Coach Katie took care of me, and we had an absolute blast. It was nice to hit one down there.
It's a good kill.
Yeah, thank you. Pretty explosive. Yeah, that was the second one of the day. The first one happened let's say 6 seconds before that one, was not really planned. I was just talking to Coach Katie while they were doing these drills. And I was like, can I hit one of these? Because I was watching the setter set. She's like, absolutely, grabs the ball. She goes, yo. And she just throws it. It was like within a half a second. And I go out there. The first one, I also hit pretty good. Kind of woke everybody up in the gym. They're like, holy shit, what the hell is this? So then Coach Katie actually looks at Gumpy and goes, we need a camera on this. Get a camera. Gumpy opens his camera as the ball's being tossed in there. Bang, it happens. Felt more athletic than I've felt in my entire life. Hat hits the net, though. So there was a lot of people, a little bit of a net infraction certainly out there. But that team was so cool, so hospitable. And Coach Katie obviously learning her story at the ESPYs and then getting a chance to follow up with who she is. 1999 national champion, won the first one for Penn State's women volleyball. Also played on the basketball team whenever she was there. Now she's in the middle of this dynastic-like run, and everybody loves her. All the assistant coaches all have national championships. She hung 3 banners here. She's a 2-time national champion here. That guy, he's a national champion for some other school, but he's here. And then you talk about the athletic director, Pat Kraft. They want to win it. Hockey, they got the guy. Basketball, they're getting the people. For the volleyball team, there was a transfer from Florida who, what was the guy's name?
Ravel Martin. He was a receiver with the Packers. He coached for him a few years. Yeah, and his daughter's 6'6" and transferred to Penn State.
Yeah, and I think her name's Kennedy Martin, maybe. And
that's it. Yeah, you're right.
She's getting an NIL. She obviously has an NIL deal happening.
6'6".
She's unbelievable.
It's kidding me.
She moves too. Like she very athletic. There was one run where she was a part of a block. They have her on the weak side, which is the right side, which is opposite their power. So their best hitter is normally on that side. But when you have somebody who's 6'6" and as athletic as she is, it's like a pretty perfect setup. There was this one rally where she blocks it, then they get it, they go to the other side. Then she goes over a part of like a triple block, and then it goes back over, and then they set her, and she it was
poetry in motion.
It was like clearly the best player. But then you look around at the rest of the squad, they got dogs everywhere. I mean, it was an honor to get to know them. Patrick Ewing's daughter's on that team.
Wow.
2 of Joe Juravicius's daughters are on that team. The rest of the squad, and they are going for it.
Penn State's making a run, huh?
At all sports, bro. And that was even more solidified this weekend. I went and talked to the athletic director and Paisan Nicholas and Pat Kraft, the AD, the first time because their friend AQ knows them. So I got a chance to chat with them. And I'm like hearing them talk, and I'm like, wow, this is what you want your athletic director saying. Former middle linebacker, he's all in. We got alumni who have money. They want to give us money. It's just my job to call them and say, hey, can we do this? We need a renovation. We need this player. We need a hockey player. We got a volleyball player. We got another. That is what they're doing. They're going all in on sports, and that got even more solidified this weekend. That loss had to be heartbreaking.
Brutal.
Will they ever get over the hump?
Yeah, saw it coming, but brutal.
Well, their fans would say the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. They were chanting Fire Franklin after the 17-3 and Dan Lanning's, doing a little throat slash on the sideline. Like it was an awesome little thing, really. But then unfortunately the roller coaster comeback almost made it worse for him, because then people get even more mad because they think you should have won even though you should have lost. It was crazy. Unbelievable game though. Dante Moore's so good.
So good at football. Drew Aller had that drive or two where it's like, that's it. That's it right there. Just kind of let it loose. That's what you need.
Dan Lanning was juiced. Dan Lanning was excited. That was awesome to see him after the game.
He's about to start crying out there because of how pumped he was for his boys. That is how, I think he just views it as my boys. That is how he views it all. He is so locked in. And first shoot, did get text from him during game day
the fuck you doing?
Fair.
I thought we were pretty nice to you guys,
But did you tell him, hey, I'm staying here the rest of the day, man?
I did actually tell him, yeah. I gave him, I let him know immediately. Brother, I'm going out the tunnel. I'm going.
Can't stick around if I pick you guys.
And also, the vibes here, I know you're in a hotel that's 40 minutes away because there's not a lot of hotels and everything in there. The vibes here are insane. Right? It is, that place was lit from 4 a.m. all the way until midnight after that game. Yep. They're yearning for it, brother.
Yeah.
That Oregon Ducks team, though, real deal. Defensive side for both these guys, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Just the look of all of them. And
they all look professional. On TV, they look like a professional. They look like 2 professional operations over there.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
It's like the defenders, the way these dudes look, these D linemen that have weird numbers.
Yeah.
28, 19 rolling
DJ
in.
U's brother, Mateo?
Yeah, Uiagalelei. Yes, he's unbelievable. And then I think LeVar Arrington's boy is wearing 11. Mm-hmm. He didn't play much, but he's like a freshman there. It's like they are just they're becoming NFL factories, these places.
Yes.
And these are what these schools who have a lot of support are going to continue to do, especially whenever they're all in. That was fun to be a part of. Stick City Beer, LeVar's beer. I didn't know any of that was happening, by the way. Had to audible everything. He said he brings up a backpack. It looked like a cooler, just because I've seen that thing in the wild before, but I didn't know exactly. Then he had like a soft bag, and he was like, "Where should I put these?" And we're like, "What are they?" You know? And he opens the soft bag, and it's that linebacker U chain. I'm like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "I want to put that on over there." I was like, "All right, I'll hold it for you right here," because we didn't have anything. So I was holding that, and I saw the cooler still. I didn't know we had another gimmick still. And when he brought those beers out, I'm like, "Brilliant! This is genius. You own this?" Yep, absolutely. Genius commercial right here.
Smart.
And he killed it.
Yeah,
he did. He was
Great
great.
moxie.
And
Really
he,
good.
And he killed it all. So he has that, he does that. And then obviously he has a beer sitting right in front of me. It's like, LeVar Arrington is offering me a beer right now. I'm going to have a beer with LeVar Arrington if I have the opportunity. I grew up in Pittsburgh during the era in which LeVar was outrageous, AJ. You're talking about one of the freakiest athletes of all time, legitimately all time, AJ.
Oh, yeah. Like, I guess it's the younger generation might not know of it, but the iconic jumping over the center, hitting the quarterback, like everything LeVar did, he was ahead of his time, I guess, with how athletic he was back in the day and how he could move and what he did, man. He was a special, special player.
I felt real comfortable there talking shit to him. You know, that was certainly a decision.
He was a little pissed off before he even headed over, too. I don't know. You guys are all white. He didn't feel the positive vibe.
What are you talking about? You talking about me?
No, LeVar, when he was speaking to, I think, Jess, right before he headed to the stage, right before the commercial break.
Yeah, he said we weren't talking positive.
Yeah.
What was that all about? He's drawing up stuff. I said, whoa. I didn't know if my mic was on. We've said nothing but positive things. We actually have text from the other side telling us that we need to maybe clean it up a little bit, but that place was packed, and drinking a beer with him certainly came out of nowhere. The shirt ripoff was decided about halfway through when I realized how obvious it was that the jacket was not as white as everybody else. You know, that was the decision in there. But the beer was spectacular. Thanks for the hospitality. And they still got everything in front of them, AJ. They still got everything in front of them. So do all the teams in the NFL, no matter how bad your start has been. It's only week 5. You have no idea what your team can become. I'm sorry, we're wrapping up tonight. You have no idea what your team can become. AJ, if you have a tie on your record, you might as well have just punted the entire week. Have you heard the thought on the golden boot that I pitched in the first hour? Maybe have a snap, hold, kickoff. D-Bud actually said get the whole field goal team and field goal block team out there for these, especially with how good guys and teams have become in blocking these kicks. But what I'm saying here is an electrifying opportunity to determine a winner in a sport that is supposed to represent our country, in which we like winners and losers. We either or can't be tied.
No.
We just can't do that. AJ, your thoughts on Golden Boot and also the game last night as a whole. Both offenses looked very good. Dak Prescott might be having his best season. This guy is outrageously good. And the conversation goes from Dak is letting down the Dallas Cowboys to now I think it's like, are the Dallas Cowboys letting down Dak? Like that is the conversation about how good he is. And then George Pickens obviously has an immense evening as CD Lamb was down. Shout out to GP doing his thing in primetime for his new team. And then Jordan Love, same exact situations. Josh Jacobs, obviously awesome. Golden, new star in the making in the NFL as a whole. Sick number. He takes a spin move, shot to the face that I thought he was going to be down for. He pops right up. This dude's insanely tough. He ran a 4.2?
Yes.
Yep.
He ran a 4.2. He's taking that shot, doesn't lose the ball, and gets right up. And also offering to punt return, running 4.2. It's like, that's a special talent. I think both offenses were showcased, and then Micah Parsons makes a play that saves the game at the end. Is this exactly what we should have expected from this game, AJ?
I mean, it's not exactly what I expected to see. I didn't expect to see all of this offense, all of these points being scored. But I think both these teams are solid. I really do. I think Dak was awesome. He was on time. He was so good. Got rid of the ball. We knew like Micah was after him all night. Finally got to him. But George Pickens, I think, kind of having a breakout game for the Cowboys. It has to go a long way for not only George but the whole offense. So. Yeah, I mean, Ty said the Packers. It feels like they're bipolar. It may be a little truth to that, but maybe that's some of their inexperience, some of their youth showing. I guess it might take them some more time to be more consistent, but that's what everyone's going for, to like consistently week in and week out to put play quality ball both on offense and defense. It's really hard to do.
So what do you think about ties? That was our number 5 headline from the first 15. Your thoughts on ties as a whole? McManus, huge kicks last night. Same with Aubrey.
It shouldn't happen in the NFL. It shouldn't have. I know the regular season. Do they claim it's player safety, right? They don't have like a 4 overtime game, so it's a player safety thing. I think all players would be okay if we didn't have ties. If we figured it out, the golden boot, whatever it is, I think you should have the rush team and the block team out there. You should have 11 guys on both sides of the ball if you are to do this.
And it would be sick because, Micah Parsons go block a kick to win this thing.
Yeah.
There's a chance that especially if it's the third kick, like if they hit from 50, hit from 55, then they got to go to 60. Offensive linemen,
gas.
They're about done with this shit.
Yeah, they could be rolling in fresh rushers too on the field goal block, unless it could make the rules so you can't. But
now we can definitely have a quarterback carnival as well if you want to wheel one out.
Sure.
Have the guys go through a carousel to figure out what the points are. But we can't be having a tie. I think
a race?
No.
Have them right.
Just line up at 50-yard line.
That'd be cool.
Fastest
Matthew
guy.
Golden versus whoever. Turpin.
Team elects.
Boom. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Team sends out their fastest.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think team standing.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a tunnel of the teams down there. And then you got obviously cameras down to 50. And then you got the beginning. How do they start? Same with the 40-yard dash guy, guy from the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Soul school, right?
Yes.
Ready, set, go?
Or 2 fatsos. Get the 2 fattest guys, slowest guys on the team. Hey, you guys are running from the goal line to goal line.
Hondas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might be out for next game.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be
There's
cool.
a chance, but it'd be pretty sweet.
We're all on the same page, though. We can't have ties, right?
No.
I think everybody's
Bullshit.
on the same
Correct.
page. Here's what Jerry Jones had to say about the trade inevitably and how the game ended up. One of his best sound bites of all time.
They got Micah, and we've got what we've got, and we tied.
Bingo. And we died. It's a 40-40 trade, bro. That's what it is. And he told Jason Garrett in Football Night in America as he was guest, as Micah was coming on the field, he said, 1 guy or 6 guys? Jason, you fucking do the math. It's kind of what he said. Kind of how he said, I've always got the numbers right. So he's viewing this as a long game. And I think he was very gratified that this game didn't end up in an L. Now, he will spin this as the greatest tie in history, if you think about everything that's happened. Obviously, most electrifying tie in the history of all sports is how he will pitch it. But the Micah trade, obviously, I'm happy we're kind of past this game, AJ. I think I'm kind of happy we're past it.
I am too. And the walkout, everything about it just shows you like what Jerry does. And Mike, I know my kids are asking what that band was around his body, around his legs. And, you see he has like his warm-up band. I don't know if he does that every game or not. Like that you do little like side steps and lunges in the locker room usually to get loose. I don't know. Is that normal for him?
It's the first time I've seen it on any human as well. He grabbed it there as he was jogging, so felt like he knew it was still on him. But that is potentially a chance where you put on the wrong shorts if you're a basketball player.
Sure.
And you forget that it's on there, especially with how strong you are. Then you get up in front of 100,000 people. No fucking way. All right, act normal. Act normal.
Yeah, just got to go with it. But I can't imagine the shit that was going through his head at that moment. Been in the place you've been, spent 4 years. Obviously you still got your suite there, still got a bunch of family and friends there. All eyes are on you. He's probably tired of hearing it from both sides talking about it. So just a lot in that moment to go out and then actually have to play a football game.
Here's Micah Parsons afterwards from John Machota. Honestly, I think all the emotions for me being in Dallas went away the moment they traded me. I hate them. I didn't even get to talk to my owner, the person that drafted me. I found out through my agent. Okay, so they did talk. So to me, that emotion side was pointless because the same way he called me into his office as a man, he couldn't tell me as a man. So to me, that emotion side was gone. It was more about respect factor at this point. We also learned last night in the kickoff show that once the trade was kind of happening, I guess Micah told Mulugeta to reach out to Jerry to see if we can get a deal done. And Jerry said, that ship has sailed, brother. I'm getting a bunch of picks. I will see you later. That was kind of broken last night. I don't think I remember that in the story. Do you?
No, I don't. Last night was the first time I heard it.
Yeah, that felt like pretty big news, especially throughout the entirety. I don't know how we didn't get that until now.
Yeah, I thought we heard in the morning. I'm not sure. I was watching a lot, but did Jay basically put this whole thing together? Jay Glazer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
He did. He connected all the dots. Yeah.
Okay.
Another story we chatted about in the first hour is the NFL's bubbling and doubling, AJ. Pittsburgh Steelers get a huge win. Aaron looked happy and very good against a fully Carson Wentz experienced Minnesota Vikings team. What are your thoughts on the game in Ireland? And Greg Olsen was awesome, and so was DK, and so was Justin Jefferson. I like that we're force-feeding the stars, AJ.
Yeah, you should. We need to. I mean, I throw the ball at DK as much as you possibly can. This play was really cool to see, like, all of it, the interaction, Tomlin on the sideline, Aaron, you see how juiced everybody was. It was cool to see, TJ show up and have a big day in Ireland as well. And you're right. You guys talked a little bit about the grass. What is Ireland doing that they actually had a field that was actually kind of held up compared to others over there?
It's the Emerald Isle, bro.
Come on, dude.
Okay, they got some. They know grass over there. They know green grass.
Wake up
over there. This shot, I think, is what you were talking about being historic. Obviously, Aaron looked happy. He looked to be enjoying it. In this throw to Metcalf, this felt like a younger Aaron. That was a strike. In a window, hitting obviously a superstar. And a lot of people are saying that's Jordy Nelson all day right there. That looked like shades of when he had Jordy. And this is just early in the season still. There's a chance that DK and Aaron only continue to grow. That offense looked a lot better than I think I expected it to look, or any Steelers fan probably expected it to look.
Yeah, it was awesome because it was kind of different. Like, they got DK going early in the broadcast, talked about it a lot, how he wasn't just lining up at X. He was lining up in the slot. He was lining up at Z. So they were moving him all around. The defense didn't know exactly where they were going to be. They brought in the 6th tackle 15 times, and they ran for like 85 yards on those 15. And then they had the extra tight end, Darnell Washington, which is basically a 7th O lineman a lot. They ran the ball so well with Gainwell. And then Aaron is so good at getting out of bad situations. Like, that's the big difference between this year and last year, is getting out of bad situations, not taking terrible sacks, but then also getting 7 on the board in the red zone instead of kicking 3 every single time.
How'd you feel about the defenses, D-Bud?
The defense, I liked them. I expected more, a little something different from Brian Flores in that defense. I expected. But, I mean, Aaron Rodgers got the ball out quick as he has since 2016. I think I saw a stat from Next Gen Stat, like 2.7 seconds average time to throw, which has been the fastest in damn near 10 years. So that is kind of how you counteract what Brian Flores does pre and post snap. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it into the playmaker's hands. And then Pittsburgh's defense, I think it was Greg who was talking about how they are a splash play defense. They live on turnovers, tips and overthrows, sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles, all those different things. You saw it, all day long. TJ Watt with another pick. I don't know how he's just always around the ball. Got on this prestigious list. 100 sacks, 8 interceptions. I think it's only a handful of guys who have gotten on that list throughout the history of the NFL. So, big-time win for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, allegedly, you guys know defense a lot better than me, but the way Olsen was breaking it down is they baited Carson into throwing that ball into the middle. TJ probably had a good sense that ball was coming to the middle. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that was a good
Gaelic.
point.
Yeah, Gaelic football.
A great point I think Greg made by just knowing the shell of your defense, like where are the open guys going to be, and it's going to be across the middle. So just getting those hands up. You saw it with Max Crosby. He got Caleb with it in a different game, Bears, Raiders. But right here, yeah, that's TJ Watt football.
Yeah, completely.
It's Pittsburgh Steelers football, but TJ Watt is obviously the driver.
But it's crazy. If they were actually setting that up, like, hey, we're going to use this coverage. We know Carson Wentz he's going to bite. He's going to throw this thing right here. Carson. So if you just kind of venture over to the middle, you might be able to steal one here. They've talked about that, or TJ has studied that and known that it was going to be the case. That's the level of ball. That's the difference. Now, there are some players in college that are just incredible. There are some players that are immaculate at the sport of football, but they make a mistake that maybe costs them absolutely everything. We actually have a trailer to a documentary that's going to be debuting on Hulu tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the story. Chad Powers.
Son, it's time to face it. Your football career is over.
We're here on the grandest stage in American sports, Kirk. And for Russ Holiday, a chance to do something special.
You were showboating and you blew the game.
They can't get him. This is insane.
Oh, no. We did that yesterday.
Georgia's picked the ball up. Georgia is going to win a championship.
What was Holiday thinking?
It's time for you to move on.
There's just one problem, Dad. I'm not done with football.
South Georgia's having open tryouts. I'm going to do a Mrs. Doubtfire, but with football.
You here to try out? What's your name?
Jay.
And last name?
Is it?
Who's 200?
That was one hell of a performance.
It's been take your helmet off. I'm gonna leave it on. Why? In this helmet, I feel strong. Like a strong, powerful male. This isn't just football. This is acting.
Chad, why don't you remind the game day viewers where you're from?
West Virginia. Stay away from backstory and factoids.
And what part of West Virginia?
So if you go west in West Virginia, it's the westest of the west of Virginia.
Marty's gonna get you.
I like you, Powers.
That Red Rocket is big and dirty.
Maybe you are a puzzle.
Yeah? Personal hygiene is part of participating in a society. I wish I could be in there, Coach. I know you wish you could be in there, too. I wish that. You were born for this moment. Every choice, every mistake carried you to this spot.
Why are you helping me?
Because no one is beyond second chances.
Powers toward the end zone.
Who the is that guy?
He's like extremely ugly.
Russ was an asshole. Chad doesn't have to be.
1, 2, 3. I'm sure it's a different quarterback with frosted tips and a cubic zirconia stud.
Well, it's real. It's a blood diamond.
You verified that somehow.
Whatever.
That's available tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us now, Chad Powers.
Yeah, Chad!
Oh, it's just Glenn Powell. It's Glenn Powell. Glenn, good to see you, Glenn. Good to see you, dude.
How you guys doing?
Okay, have you seen the entirety of the Chad Powers experience? And how excited were you after filming it to see what they inevitably made the movie into?
Well, this is the first show that I've co-created. So I've been at every step of this thing to make sure it's like made at the highest level. So, you know, we've got to shoot at real games. We're using real teams, you know, real uniforms, real helmets, the whole thing in terms of, you know, that's the beauty of getting to do this kind of with ESPN is like, we're not saying it's like the San Francisco Sharks. We're getting to use like real teams from the real NCAA. But this thing, for college football fans, this is made for college football fans. It checks out. It's head to toe legit.
Hard
get
not
the Mannings, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, hard not to be corny, right? Probably, because I was listening to it. I was very worried. Okay, as that trailer got sent over, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I said, oh no. I like all these parties involved. I like Peyton. I like Eli. I like Glenn Powell. Okay, obviously like college football. I like everything that's involved in this thing. And then I started going to myself, oh, this might be the worst thing of all time. Glenn wouldn't sign up for the worst thing.
No, he wouldn't.
That is my battle in my head. So then I watched that trailer. I'm like, okay, feels like we do have a good chance at this. The story, when people watch it, what's their takeaway going to be? That was hilarious? That was a good time?
Look, it is a rowdy, fun, edgy time. This is not Ted Lasso. This is way edgier and you know, more I would say truthful to the sport than something like that. You have something like, you know, I think when you have Peyton and Eli on something like this, it's going to be legit. You know, I had Patrick Mahomes' quarterback coach as my quarterback coach. Like every single part of this. Yet you got Herb Street and Fowler, you know, commentating on the national championship game. You know, in terms of this world, you're going to recognize this world. It doesn't feel like it's made from outsiders. I promise. You're going to love this show. Is made for you, Pat.
Yeah, I cannot wait. You're a diehard Texas Longhorn fan. Obviously, we've seen you at a lot of the games sideline. Now that you're a big movie star, can't make all of them happy. Huge. But I will say to you, as a movie star, I don't know if that's you throwing every ball in there, but we've obviously seen other actors try to throw a football. Okay, we've obviously seen it. Thank you for at least holding up your end of the bargain. It seems like from the trailer this far.
Well, that's like the hardest thing I think as an actor. You've never seen. It's so hard when actors play a quarterback because it's the most technical position on the field. To fake it, it's very, very hard. So that was like the thing with Peyton and Eli. They were like, they're the most brutal quarterback coaches. I was like, please be brutal. And they put me in front of real defenses, and they had real guys running at me the whole time, and I was like, and reading the defenses, like they were so technical about where my eyes were and how I was processing the field. So, you know, I'm never going to be, I can fake it enough, but I got to say the football checks out in this.
Okay, I'm pumped to hear that. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, as far as like the physicality and the contact that you had, and when you guys were filming, did you ever have to dish it out or take any punishment? And how much better of a quarterback are you now than you were when you started filming that?
Well, I'm a lot better than when I started. That's for sure. I think everybody was worried. I mean, Eli gave me a lot of shit from my form on Top Gun Maverick. That's for sure. But you know, obviously he's never thrown a ball covered in coconut oil.
Of course.
And Top Gun's about the flexing. It's not about the football anymore.
Dogfight football.
It's dogfight football. Those rules are made up. Everybody knows this. They may play in Dublin, but not in the States. The fact is, like, Eli and Peyton, they had me, really working with all the best. And so, like, yeah, wait, your question was what exactly?
Contact.
How much
Contact.
Contact.
Yeah,
in this Rose Bowl sequence, we are using real NFL players. I mean, like half of the line, D-line was Baltimore Ravens players. So there's a guy 6'5", 325 running at me full speed.
That might be a part of the problem. I'll tell you what, these guys are too worried. Working with Chad Powers, they forgot how to tackle. They got starstruck by Glenn Powell.
I get it. Who set them up to do that? Was you
Chuck Pagano?
No, I mean, we're not like improvising. There's like proper play that is choreographed that's happening, but at the same time, it doesn't change it when you're spinning and you're getting ready to set, and then all of a sudden there's like a guy that size running at you. You kind of forget where you are.
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense thing.
Butter and Stavi are not going to love to hear that. Ty has a question about maybe the future of this.
Yeah, Glenn, when you guys were putting this together, was there any thought of like, hey, we're going to maybe leave it a little open-ended in case you want to do a season 2, or was it originally just like, hey, you know what, this is going to be 6 episodes or whatever it is, and then we'll be done? Or what's that thought process like?
I mean, the thought process has always been, I personally don't have a lot of free time, so I don't like people wasting my time. So we have a very, very specific plan of a beginning, middle, and end to Chad Powers. And so it's epic, but it takes place all over the course of one football season.
Okay. When you piece this together, you think to yourself, this is going to be the greatest character I've ever played, most fun character I've ever played? How do you kind of view it?
I mean, the thing I'm realizing right now about being an actor is like, you spend so much time on set and you spend so much time researching that like you want to occupy worlds that you actually love. I'm like, why don't I just like for this press tour, I'm just getting to go to college football games. It's like the best. And so I'm like, there's no reason to not just be taking over stadiums and be like, learning from the best. It's like, it's been a dream. Like there was like not one bad day on this entire shoot.
Yeah, there's rom-com though out there on the beach, somewhere.
Yeah.
6 months, 5 months, living abroad, just flexing the entire time. I'm sure that's a good time. I'm sure that's not bad for Glenn Powell.
No, there's nothing fun about taking your shirt off on camera. It's like I'd much rather be in prosthetics in a jersey. That's for sure.
See, that's the thing about being that handsome. That's the whole, all right, let's make me look ugly one time. That'll be fun in its entirety. Go ahead.
I mean, Pat, you take your shirt off more than I do in rom-coms. You take your shirt off on that desk more than anybody.
Yeah, it's an easy
I saw you at the White game, man. It's a sun's out, guns out.
Whoa. It's a white out game. I don't know what white game you're at. I'd like to be clear.
It's a night game. There's no reason to take your shirt off at a night game, but I'm all for it.
All right, okay. Connor has a question for you in your future.
Yeah, Glenn, big project coming up with J.J. Abrams. How pumped are you to work with him on something, and how much, kind of communication do you two have now about everything?
JJ is the man. I mean, he's a filmmaker I've wanted to work with forever, and we have a whole little thing in the movie surrounding the Pats. It all takes place in Boston, but he's a great filmmaker, great guy. And that movie, I've gotten to see a bunch of it. It really turned out.
Okay, Running Man 2 soon, right?
Yeah.
When's that?
November.
That's coming out in November. We got Chad Powers coming out tomorrow on Hulu. We got Running Man coming out. We got a J.J. Abrams. And then there's something else too, right? What's he cooking up? Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Glenn, I mean, it's just, this is preliminary. They're saying you're attached to it. I'm just telling you right now, for my sanity, for what I need in my life, you got to do Miami Vice, okay? You have to do it. You and Michael B. Jordan are attached to this thing. Yep. We need it, okay? The U.S. needs this right now.
Yeah, pop
Joe
the cards
Kaczynski,
too, bro.
you've worked with him before. Do you want to just do that right now? Do you want to say, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Break it.
I'm going to do it.
Break it.
I'm going to be in Miami Vice.
I love Michael B. I love Joe Kaczynski. I got to say, it's unbelievable how much you guys try to break entertainment news on this show. I'm not falling for it this time, Pat. I'm not doing it.
Okay, but if you were thinking about doing it,
that'd be the one to do.
You would say it.
Pat, if I start moving towards Miami, I'll give you a shout. As soon as my linens are on, I'll give you a shout.
Okay, we like that. We like, you look so cool down there. Oh my God!
You get to grow your hair out with a mustache too.
Maybe keep that one earring like Chad Powers has, just
sick.
for your entire
the blood
life.
diamond.
No.
Ty hated the earring. Ty was watching the trailer going, why is it's part of the story.
Part of the character.
No, I get it. I get it's blood diamond.
Good movie, by the way.
It just felt like an Oregon quarterback, like frosted tips.
Dan Lanning's not going to let's talk college ball. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, sticking with quarterbacks, quarterback of your team, Arch Manning. Obviously, huge, high expectations coming into the season. Hasn't quite played up to them yet. What's your thoughts on their quarterback, young quarterback, and how he's figuring it out?
I think Arch is figuring it out. I think Sam Houston State. I got to go to that game, and it was really fun to obviously see Arch, find what we've all seen him. See him do last season. When he was, coming in under yours, he showed up when he needed to, and I think he got the confidence he needed. And I'm just excited to, I think it was good to just get him out of his head. There was a lot of noise preseason that obviously we were all part of, and I think. It's good to get him just, rocket fire. Stop thinking and just do.
Mateer potentially out of the Red River rivalry. Do you want to maybe send him some best wishes so we get the best of both teams, right? Isn't that what we should be looking at?
I should. Mateer should take his time getting better. As much time as Mateer needs to get rested in that hospital, I think he should take at least till after Texas OU. I think it's really important he take care of himself. So I don't think he should be back for Texas OU. That's my opinion.
And that's former college football player Chad Powers there speaking, and Texas alum and donor speaking, Glenn Powell. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Glenn, why were you on Oregon and not Texas? You didn't want to put that bad juju on a fumble at the goal line on Texas, or what happened there?
Good question.
I never want to be a part of Texas losing a national championship. That's for sure. But also, Russ Holiday, who's our quarterback, in the show. It was really important to make him sort of part of a West Coast team. We wanted him to be West Coast going down south. So it just felt like Oregon, especially with like the Nike component, felt fun, splashy. It felt like we were part of a world.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, you've played a quarterback now. Does it make you want to play some other sport? Say like you're an NBA basketball player, you play Major League Baseball. Are you creating or producing anything else where maybe you play another sport?
Ping pong.
This is going to be like the Avengers, with prosthetics. We're just going to put masks and go into every single sport. It's not a terrible idea, AJ. I mean, honestly, I think we could 100% take this. I mean, Barnstormers is my production company. We really want to be like the go-to place for all sports content. So, look, if Chad Powers is a hit, you never know what other sports we can go into. You'll be the first. If you want to put back on the cleats, we can find you a prosthetics guy for sure.
Let's remake the program. Have you seen the program?
Yes.
Of course.
That's a good idea. AJ would definitely do the steroids for it, too, if you need them. Right, AJ?
Yeah, if the Hollywood people make me do it, I'll be Latimer.
I guess.
He's the guy kicking the bar after he cleans, he kicks the bar, and he's a great character.
Yeah, you could nail it. I think you could nail it. Certainly look that way. Glenn, okay, well, good luck on everything. Thank you so much for taking the time to chit-chat with us. Congrats on Chad Powers not being corny, okay? That's good.
It's awesome. I promise it's awesome.
All right, I'm watching tomorrow. It just pops up tomorrow on Hulu? I go to Hulu, it'll be there?
Just turn it on. First 2 episodes air tomorrow.
How many episodes in total?
6 episodes in total, week by week. That's nice. Every Tuesday.
Talking an hour, 45 minutes, 47 minutes, 30 minutes. What are we talking here?
Like 30 to 40 minutes each episode.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, it's a floating number, though. We got to tell the story. Is that right?
Yeah. Whatever time to tell the best story, but every episode is a banger. It's great.
Okay.
We trust you. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, a super ugly Chad Powers and an incredibly handsome Glenn Powell. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. And you look super cool there. Where are you? Is that your room? Your office?
I'm at the ESPN headquarters right now.
Really? There's a lot of fans of us up there. Tell them we said hello, Glenn.
All right, I'll let them know.
Thank you. You're a good man, ladies and gentlemen. Glenn Powell. That's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
I was scared to death to watch that trailer.
Yeah.
Peyton.
It's really hard to make football look good. It really is.
Agreed. Especially if you guys not a football player playing football. There's opportunity to just immediately go, nope, not doing that. And I was very worried. I had heard about this concept months and months, maybe a year ago or whatever. And my first thought is just like, please, God, no, please don't do it. And then as soon as I see the trailer, I'm like, okay, it seems like they at least tried.
Who's the best actor quarterback? You got Willie
Adam
Beeman,
Sandler.
Jamie Foxx, Willie Beeman, Keanu Reeves, Shane Falco.
Oh, Falco was damn.
Not to mention Johnny Utah. I mean, you can't just. That's
a good point.
Keanu Reeves got 2 bowl games.
Sunshine, not bad. Sunshine, not bad.
bad.
Character. Great movie. Good leadership. I
Scott
think.
Bakula, Necessary Roughness. James Vanderbeek.
Let's not forget about Icebox.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah, Big Mike.
Blindside.
He didn't play quarterback.
Oh, sorry. I'm just starting to think of football players now. Tell me.
Blindside was a great movie.
Yeah. Should have played quarterback.
Thought about it.
They might have won the state championship.
Yeah, you never know. Speaking of being a big guy playing wide receiver, what was that throwing the ball to Proctor?
That was awesome.
Love it.
AJ, what do you do there? I mean, he's out on a DB. I think it was a safety he was on out there. I like that Grubb, DeBoer, seemingly in their bag. 33 straight home wins for Georgia. That place was tough to play. That is a dogfight, actually and physically. And for this Alabama team to go in there and get a win, and then for this to be a part of their offense, do it every play. Do it every play until they got to stop it. Obviously, we're heading down there for Alabama Vandy. I don't think anybody could have expected Vandy, Alabama potentially being a game day game, but we were incredibly pumped to go up there. I believe Florida State, Miami was certainly on the table to be the one. Lose to Virginia in prime time.
Thanks, Florida State.
I think it's tough. I think it's a tough decision. I don't make the decision, but I think that was a tough one to set a precedent. You just, it's a big game. It obviously matters. Just lost to Virginia, that entire thing. So maybe get back down there later. But I'm pumped that Vandy's getting a game day game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
First of all, the fact that game day game is a thing is crazy to be a part of. Just would like to let that be known that is a very cool thing. But Vandy in Diego earning it, and then Alabama from how it started to where they are now this season, it's a great story. It's a great game, and it should be electrifying down there.
It's awesome because Vandy did what they did last year, and then I still think I want to say their over-under was either 4.5 or 5.5 wins for this year, which they've basically already done. And then Bama, you talked about Caden Proctor. Bruce Feldman, he does a freaks list every year. You guys talked about Kenny Sadiq this weekend. He was number 11 on it. Proctor was number 2 behind Jeremiah Smith. He's just – so, when I saw this happen, you're kind of surprised, but then you're like, oh, this is the most freaky athlete in all of college football almost. So them doing that with him, not a surprise. He probably could. He's like Penn Sewell, as far as athleticism is.
So naturally got
That's
up.
what I'm saying. He looks so smooth, just catching the ball. That whole process of catching and turning upfield. We see receivers and running backs and tight ends do it all the time, but to see a dude this big, just yep, no thought about it. Ball outside hand, big ass elbow brace, looking like J.J. Watt, Gronk. How much you weigh?
340.
Yeah.
Listed at 340?
345.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the number.
He's
huge.
360. Yeah.
He was warming up first game, had a phone in his hand. Everybody's like, this guy's not taking it serious. And it's like, can you give me the ball a little bit? People think I'm not there. Go ahead.
He's listed 6'7", 366 with an 815-pound squat.
And he can catch, and he can fall and get up smooth. Just no problem at all.
Crazy.
Say his dims again.
6'7", 366, originally committed to Iowa, then Bama, and back to Iowa.
Transferred
back
to Iowa, and then before the season started, went back to Alabama.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, he'd be our best skill player. By far. He would get 30 carries a game if he went to Iowa. So maybe something to think.
Yeah, right. You guys would never do that.
Give him 30 carries a game? We sure would.
You had Coop on the team, and you wouldn't give him the damn ball, and you guys were averaging, 4 yards a game offensively?
Actually, we started putting Coop on offense, and he broke his foot during practice and kind of missed the Big Ten championship and the rest of the season. So that backfired a bit. But
Proctor, it won't.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Look at that fucking guy. Let him play quarterback.
Should.
Yeah.
If Grubb's going to start using him like that, I love that. We had a great weekend of ball. The Bills did not cover against the Saints. Don't love that. A little bit of a dogfight.
Yeah. Rattler.
A little bit of a ball. Yeah, a little bit of an answer out of Rattler.
Never wins, but he plays ball.
Kelly Moe, I think his record is the worst in the history of ball, but Rattler plays, and the Bills get a huge win. Obviously, Shakir's going to do his thing. Josh Allen's going to do his thing. They don't cover, though. It was a huge number. 14.5 is a very, very large spread, obviously, but the Saints, I think that's insane. That's a great pick, by the way. Great. Love everything about that. And that's basically the Saints in a nutshell. Anybody else runs this, it's a touchdown. Instead, safety comes flying over and does it. That's the year for the Saints.
Yeah.
That's just what the Saints are going to have. Buffalo Bills get another win. We have to talk about them. And that leads to one of my things we didn't get to at the first 15. D-But, there's a couple things that we missed in that first 15. One of them is the Bills really good. That is for sure right now.
For sure, we got 2 undefeated teams left now. Obviously, we start with 32, then 16 are undefeated after week 1, and now we are only down to 2 with being the Eagles and the Bills. But, yeah, you talked about not covering, but you know what it is. Week in and week out, it's all about winning the game, doing whatever it takes to win the game. That's what Josh Allen and even his defense making big-time, timely plays have been doing all season long in this early part of the season to move to 4-0. And the same with the Eagles game. We talked about the Eagles-Bucks game earlier. They were going back and forth. Baker Mayfield made it a fight. Jalen Hurts, Kevin Patullo talked some shit about him. Patullo was on it. What was it? Kevin U. Blow or some shit like that? Yeah, and he came out fired. They were electric early.
We were wondering if that was BS or no BS.
We have been seeing it all.
It was
all
BS.
It was BS because we talked about being efficient in the red area. They had pretty much 3 walk-in touchdowns. One right here. Then we had the flip play, and then we had the basically sweep to Saquon on the fake tush push. So Patullo dialed it up early. Now second half. Didn't complete a pass, according to the stats that we saw. That's tough.
I checked it. It's
true. We saw A.J. Brown and his frustration. Now, we know he is an avid reader, so maybe he just randomly posted a quote.
Good quote.
So that was big time. It's something to keep an eye on, definitely. So you got 2 undefeated teams left. Maybe 2 teams we see in the Super Bowl late. But something we don't see often in the National Football League. We almost had 2 coaches come to blows.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we talk about Liam Cohen and Robert Saleh, former head coach, now back defensive coordinator. He made some comments earlier in the week about, Liam Cohen and their sophisticated legal sign stealing. And Liam, he wasn't about it. And Saleh tried to shake his hand, walk right past him. If you go back to the beginning of this clip, basically walk right past him like, nah, I'm not shaking hand. I'm straight, buddy.
Nope.
Then turned around once you got a couple people in between him and old Robert.
Whoa,
keep his name out my mouth. Now I'm not saying we get to tell the tape here. We've seen Robert. We've seen him golf, and we know he is jacked. But, Liam's not, he ain't no little bitch walking around here. He said it with his chest, 6'1", 223, former quarterback. And then we got Saleh 6'4", 250. I don't know why we put the record down there in the bottom.
Solid 250.
That's uncalled for. But, they almost came to blows. But more importantly, the Jacksonville Jaguars got another win, moving to 3-1 on the season. It was offense, defense, special teams, complementary football. Travis Etienne, he has exploded earlier in this season. Parker Washington had a huge punt return, and then Devin Lloyd had an unbelievable game. Probably would be the AFC Defensive Player of the Week with 2 interceptions, a sack. But this is Parker Washington's 87-yard punt return. Anytime you get a touchdown in this third phase of football, you're playing winning football, and that's what the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing.
And Thomas Morstead won 20 miles an hour there. Okay,
that's crazy.
39-year-old punter won 20 miles an hour. Now his net is ruined for the rest of the season, but he did go 20 miles an hour, so hamstrings at 39 years of age can still do that, which is great. We're wrapping up here on ESPN. We'll continue digitally with overreactions from around the internet. Sent out a bird call, said, hey, I want to hear how the NFL fandom, how you feel out there with your teams. And all you have to do is the hashtag, I don't want to overreact, but we'll go through all those, cover all the storylines we haven't hit as much. And AJ Hawk will tell us how he's seeing the board so much better than me. I want 2-12 this week in NFL picks. 8-2 in college.
There you go.
There you go.
So maybe you lose 1 cent, you gain another, folks. We'll continue this thing digitally. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. Goodbye. Okay, double Monday Night Football. Should have hit that one more time here at the end. But AJ, 2 games night to pick. I want 2-12, dude. And I waffled on a lot of them, and I was on the wrong side every time I waffled. You went 6-7. Obviously, you can get above 500 with 2 games tonight. I can just try to get to 4-12 in this entire thing. College, I feel like I got a good grasp of what's going on.
Seen it.
If Penn State would have won that one, and then if Georgia would take care of business at home,
33.
That would have been a perfect day. There was actually people betting on it. I think Foxy and D-Bone were running my game day picks parlay.
Yep, 10-game money line parlay. It was an absolute joy to ride you through 12 the 3 o'clocks, the 7 o'clocks.
Well, write my picks. Thank you. Sorry.
Yo.
Yeah, well, he's writing my picks right with me on my picks.
Holy shit.
Go ahead. Sorry, though, Foxy. Back to what you were saying before these children interrupt.
To ride your picks, yes, thank you very much. But yeah, heartbreakers at the end there. We
So
almost
you
won
were
a lot of money.
perfect then until those night games.
Bingo, yeah. And I knew
Was
it.
there a cash out?
There was. It
Foxy.
wasn't good enough though, so I wasn't going
okay.
to do it. It would have been awesome just to go 10 for 10.
Yeah, it was. What was the odds? Do we remember what the odds were?
5 to win $500 is what I saw right away.
The plus 10,000.
Also, Georgia let you down because they've won 33 in a row at home, so that's not your fault.
Football gods say don't. This
But I
is
mean, what's Bama's record versus Georgia?
It's like 10.
1-8 or something like that is Kirby versus 1-7 or something like that. Kirby's versus Alabama, and he said, "What's everybody else's record?" Okay? Jesus Christ, the guy's goat was there. Fucking get off my ass. A lot of people losing to that guy. Okay, fuck.
I guess
it's basically what Kirby said.
I guess it's not DeBover anymore.
It's not DeBover.
No.
It's still DeBear, DeGoat, and DeBoer
Yeah, it is.
down there in Tuscaloosa, T-Town. Can't wait
Yeah.
to get down there with Nick Saban being a part of the show. Obviously, we did that last year, but even more so now. He's real comfy. Saban is real comfortable. He's in a good spot, putting on that lion over thingy.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, yeah.
What is the
lion skin?
Yeah, but I don't know if you put on lions. What are those things that were big blankets that had sleeves on them?
Snuggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a Snuggie kind of feel to it.
Oh,
He put
okay.
that thing on with the hood. Am I putting this on?
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah.
I think it was a gift. I think I should, right? Absolutely. All right, somebody needs to fucking help me put this thing on. Got fucking ears in his mic. He's awesome, dude. Coach Saban is awesome. Had some Air Maxes on.
Clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
$95.
he was crushing it in the all whites. I don't know if everybody's pumped in mine was different than everybody else's, but I don't think. Did they know that they were all wearing the exact same suit? Because I did not know everybody was wearing the exact same suit. So I should have done a little bit more research. I immediately said, "No, thank you, my guy can do it." I immediately was like, "I got a guy. Thanks, David Allen got me. Thanks, no thanks, don't need it. 100% on me. Should have read that off white."
More importantly, though, we're done with
I mean,
the
it's
kicks. Right?
white-
Like, it's been
white-ish.
fun. The kicks have been fun, but we're done, right?
Yeah, a little bit of a hustle this weekend.
I don't like the picking someone else gimmick.
I don't mind the picking someone else gimmick. Now, if this kid was here, so if that kid was at game day, Carson, who
Kid's
did
a
the
professional kicker.
he's actually a member of the women's soccer team equipment manager crew. So he does kick soccer balls literally every single day.
Sure.
Okay. So he is probably an incredible soccer player from high school. And the fact that William picked him, good play.
Yeah.
Fair play. But if he wasn't there, I don't think, like if he was with him or in the area, we're going to add a clause, I think. Have to make your decision in 30 seconds. Okay? Can't leave. Like if he went and got this guy, imagine if he won, goes to the women's soccer team or the men's soccer team. You got anybody around here?
Yeah.
We got a $100,000 opportunity.
Genius.
And then finds this guy and brings him back. First of all, genius. But going forward, can't have it happen again. Okay, can't have it happen again. That's an easy thing on campuses. So I think we still need to reward the people that get out there in the pit and do their thing. But we are going to add some clauses. Have to. Because he was so smooth. And this kid should think about picking it up.
Yeah, he was very.
This is his leg swing straight up and through it. And he only took like 2 steps, really. He did a couple little quick jab steps. But at the end, it was just boom, boom. That was a 2-stepper. His plant foot was perfect. Went through it very well. He might want to think about Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not saying his sound was anything like what Brandon Aubrey's probably sounding like, but Brandon Aubrey didn't just start now. He's 2 years of training. This kid should think about it. That was a good ball.
Great ball.
Talk about a pressure moment, too. I mean, that's
a lot of people.
Yeah, 150K on the line. Woo.
Yeah.
Like,
for hopefully new best friend, too, William. Both of them are in finance. We'll be excited to see what they choose to do with this.
I was wondering, do you think they went out together like for the rest of the day?
I hope so, but I also hope they potentially do something with the money together.
That would make some investment.
Let's take $200,000 of this and let's do some shit with it. We'll take the original $100,000, we'll split it $50,000 each. That's enough, right? Yeah, let's move along. Let's take this $200,000, try to do some finance shit with it. There's a chance a really good story comes out of these.
Well,
guys.
luckily for them, if they're not on scholarship, they could pay for 3 years of their school.
Penn State is expensive.
3 years?
Penn State is.
Maybe 2.
Penn State's got good school up there. Got a lot of people going to school there.
That's right.
A lot of very wealthy people end up going to school there. A lot of executives, a lot of CEOs. $700 million renovation.
Crazy.
But I don't know. I didn't ask the exact number, but to build new platforms to put on new bleachers while you're doing the renovation, that's probably another
ton.
Whatever that is. It's phenomenal. 96,000 season tickets. So they had to. We can't lose sections here while we're doing renovation. We actually got to add on here. It's crazy to think about, AJ. Crazy.
That place was crazy, 15, 20 years ago. So yeah, the fact that they're continuing to add on to it and make it better, I don't know. I mean, they're going to win one of those eventually, aren't they? One of those monster games.
Sure. Yeah, sure they will. But for Oregon, though, at this point in the season, to go into that type of environment and get a win like that type of, because every year it's a new team. You obviously have a great coach there, but every year it's a new team. The type of confidence you have, because wherever let's say they got to go on the road somewhere during the playoffs and play in a tough atmosphere, going in that building and winning, there's no place you're afraid of going into, knowing that your team is going to show up and make big time plays in high pressure situations too.
A lot of people are attacking James Franklin. It's like, I guess you could.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was his fault, but I guess you could. A lot of people attacking Drew Aller, obviously because of that, but also they're only there because of it's like college football personified here.
It's a good game.
We hate. Who do we hate? We hate. Somebody's got to do it. Well, this guy loses again. Fuck this guy. Fire James Franklin. And then all of a sudden you think to yourself, like, still everything in front of you. This is just like when Ohio State loses, Ohio State loses to Oregon in Oregon. Yep. Everything is still in front of you. I'm not saying that Penn State's going to be able to do the Ohio State run from last year because obviously that team was special and they were fun to watch. But still, everything is in front of Penn State still at this point. In their eyes, I assume we should have won this game. This is a game we definitely should have won. So, good outcome, I think, for Saturday night.
It's all perspective because 5 years ago, you lose that game, your season's over. Like, you're not going to the Big Ten championship. There is no playoff for you to get in. So, it's like, you're right. You can be pissed about that, but that's a great team. They'll be in the playoffs. So, now it's like, hey, we can still win this thing. I mean, you just saw a team in your own conference. Now, I'm not saying they're going to.
Penn State?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but
they lost to Ohio State in the same exact situation last year and then made it to the semis. So, I mean,
they did.
One play away.
All right, let's get to a break. We'll be back on the other side. We'll make our picks. We'll go through overreactions. It's going to be electrifying. We appreciate you for allowing us to do this. You scared of Penn State over there at Ohio State?
No, I have a healthy respect for what Penn State does, though, for sure.
They're all in.
I love what they're doing. I love that part about it.
All in, dude.
They got studs all over the field. Offense, defense, special teams. Like, they got the players.
So then why do they lose?
I mean, it was a good game. No one lost it. Oregon won that thing. I don't think the team
stole that. I think Oregon stole that. That's why I said stole it. And a lot of Oregon people were like, we won the whole game. It's like, yeah, but at the very end, you stole that. And you stole the entire energy and soul from an entire city. I mean, like that.
Yeah, first play, double first play in their second.
Because fans are thinking, all right, all we need is 2 point. Yeah. We're going to score a touchdown for sure. They haven't been able to stop us. And then we get a 2-point conversion. Kotelnicki's got something. We're winning this fucking game. We never win this game.
Yeah.
We're going to win this game. We never win this game. We're going to win this game. And then first snap, boom. What the fuck? We knew we were going to lose this game. Why do we even think that? Like, that is.
Yeah.
That's called
Why'd you let yourself go there? You can't let yourself go there. Think we won this game, yeah.
They still had 6 more points than us, and we just thought 2-point conversion mattered.
Oh, good play, man.
There was some throws he made, man, like that deep crosser or post route he threw to 5. It was like he showed the flash, but then 1st and 10 for you to kind of force this ball. 1st and 10, just throw it away. Line up 2nd and 10.
Check down wide open next to him, actually.
How do we got so many guys running the same spot?
Yeah, it's 3 guys
in the boundary, too.
Yeah, in the boundary.
It's decisions.
I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, for sure. I learned from it.
I'm about to pee my pants. Be a friend, tell a friend, something nice might change your life. Take 5.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'm giving you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there.
Is there a lot of that?
My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in your full suit?
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Looking
ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out.
Oh my God.
McAfee with the refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the form, Herbie.
Oh man. Let's see the toes.
We need just to
Hey, good, pretty good.
Legs together, right? Perfect.
Perfection. Wind it and all.
Obviously, last year, this segment became a little bit of a rumor. $1.7 million out the door for good causes and a great college
That's
kids.
awesome.
Have you ever kicked before?
Yes.
What do you mean you've kicked? Hold on. I was told you have never kicked before. I feel like I've been bamboozled a little bit here. You have kicked before?
My brother's a kicker, so every once in a while I go kick with him for fun.
Okay. Okay. We'll make it $250,000 for you, Logan, to start this season. Anything to say here to Logan as he tries to win $250,000?
After that hand gesture, breathe and close your eyes.
Okay, he doesn't want you to win. I do. So do these people.
Let's go.
Logan, Herbstreit will be holding for you.
Look, by the way, this is
tough terrain.
Tough.
This is real Ohio here. Glenn, if you want to come over this way, we'll put a little extra pressure on him. You got Pete running around. You got the mascots staring you down. They don't want you to win. Glenn doesn't want you to win. Peter is taking a dump in the middle of the field goal kicking contest. Sniff it in, Logan. That's Peter's manure. Now, through manure, great things grow. Will Peter's poop grow you $250,000? You only have one kick. I don't care how loud they chant for a re-kick. You only have one kick, Logan. Good luck, sir. 33 yards. Kicking is easy, everybody says. Let's find out.
Ready?
Glenn, what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to give you.
What are your thoughts?
This is really
I'm
tough.
gonna say, I think that poop was a bad omen.
Yeah, I mean, Pete just pooped right in your face.
I can't believe we don't have turf.
Well, we're in Ohio. This is a football state. You got to be tough. Logan from Ohio, sophomore in business finance. Does he win $250,000? Oh, Watch the poop. Watch the poop.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jeez. Logan, sir. Congratulations. I'll tell you what, $250,000
week one of the college football season. Thank you for showing up. I'm proud of you. How do you feel, buddy?
I feel amazing right now. That was amazing.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. You definitely stepped in Peter's poop during your celebration, but who cares? Buy yourself some new shoes from Glenn Powell, Kirk Herbstreit, Stanford Steve. Back to you, Reese. What a start.
That was great.
What a start.
There is a crowd of about 30 people moving through the back end of the business field here. And in the middle of it is this black Samoan man who has become the most famous human on earth.
Great guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. There's thousands of people skipping class to come see your big ass.
Listen, there is thousands and thousands of you skipping class. It doesn't matter if they go to class.
Moana is one of the best animated films of all time.
What?
Okay, can't wait for the live action.
Thank you, yes.
But
You're welcome.
We talk about Mana.
What can I say except you're welcome?
And we talk about Mana.
Honestly, listen, kid, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I couldn't have buried its guts, sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the temperature here on my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been to make everything happen. Look at the me, Maui just tickety-tapping. That's it.
Still got it.
On the Samoan side, Polynesian side, we have a word called mana. Mana is spirit. Mana is power. Mana comes from in here. It's the thing that gives you goosebumps. It's that thing you feel. It's that thing when I walked out and we felt this thing. This is mana. This is mana. It's very, very, very real, and you could feel it. Mwah. Little things like I don't get driven anywhere. I don't want to get driven anywhere. I don't like chauffeurs. Keeps me in my way just a little grounded. Like I could drive myself everywhere and not telling some guy, hey, take me here, take me there.
That is something I'm going to start saying like, yeah. Because when they open your door, you feel so bad. I can open my own door, dude. They're trying to be courteous. It's their job. But also, the day I stop opening my own door is the day I become a big old bitch.
Here we go.
That's a big cup. Sorry, Mike.
And here's the iconic sound. You guys know it. This special Terramana toast goes out to Passion. Congratulations on your show. Very proud of you. Very proud of all you boys. And to all of you, love you guys. Thank you for the support. Keep kicking ass. Cheers. In my world, when I sit down and we're talking about movies and all this other shit, it's never this. It's never this, back with the boys, and you. So I appreciate it, and this one's to you. Thank you, boys.
See you, pal. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break here.
Oh, hold on, one more. If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Hey.
What?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You pig! Stop! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Overreaction Monday, September 29, 2025, hour 3 of the program begins now. Football is magical. That's AJ Hawk. He is currently a pro football Hoff nom. Congrats to him.
Hell yeah.
Toxic Cable's here after a big win and a tie at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Maybe change it to Ty Schmidt, T-I-E Schmidt.
You know what? I only saw that about 150,000 times this morning, so maybe I will. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, that's a fun little game.
Yeah, it is. That's hilarious.
It is kind of clever.
Mm-hmm.
And on the complete opposite side, there's no tying up there in New England. Oh, my God. The only thing we're tying is maybe our latches to the bandwagon of Drake May. This guy might be a real guy. They're saying records and stats are amongst the goats in the Dahn, Conman.
Oh, yeah. I think the only thing tying is probably basically, waistbands because you got to tuck your boners in them because everyone's so pumped about it up in New England. I'll be honest. I personally do truly believe that they might be a playoff team now,
good.
like especially when you look at who the Steelers are. All of a sudden, the Steelers are a much better team than you think about. In New England, you could argue 5 turnovers and they still lose, but they'll feel very good about Drake.
A lot of tucking going on up there in New England out of excitement for what the future could be. Andy's doing Cam Newton Superman stuff.
Love that.
I love everything about it. And let's go to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tone. Pittsburgh Steelers pick up a big one in the Emerald Isle, the beautiful Dublin, Ireland. Tone, your team winning the Super Bowl this year?
Yes, definitely. Everyone counted us out because we created 5 turnovers.
You did
and
too.
Turnovers are all luck.
Yep.
They're not
Including
a
you.
skill.
What's that, AJ? Who did?
Including Diggs. Diggs was really down the dumps
I'm
earlier
sorry.
this year, for
Go
sure.
to Friday's show. Pat said, "Are you going to win?" I said, "Yes, no doubt."
Yeah, but you said it with doubt.
Okay.
No, there was no doubt
Always.
about this one. I said I was very confident in this one.
Okay, so you like them in Ireland, you like them against the Vikings, you like them against Carson Wentz, who certainly gave us the experience, AJ. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it
Oh, yeah.
live Sunday morning. You could really see the light switch just kind of hit for the Carson Wentz experience. And as it started rolling, I literally put a tweet up because I'd seen this movie before. Hey, everybody needs to stop what you're doing. The Carson Wentz experience has started in Ireland. And it certainly did, AJ. Did you see that? There was 2 dudes that got flipped on one play at one point. Obviously, he's evading rushers and he's sidearming it right to Justin Jefferson, who slips a little bit but thought he was going to score a touchdown. And then obviously there's a moment where, hey, you just throw that thing away. It's a gain of 0, loss of 0. You lose 3 to the running back trying to make a play happen. Let's huck this thing to the corner.
Yes.
Let God take control. Almost a pick. I mean, that's Carson Wentz football right there. And then this one is special, because there's 2 flips of defensive players and the ball ends up gone. And where's it at? This is Carson Wentz football. This is literally Carson Wentz football. He needs to be a part of the first game in every new country. I don't know who's playing in Australia. They need Carson Wentz to be one of the starters so that they get a chance to experience this. I saw this for a year with the Colts. It is spectacular, like when that's happening. He's leading a comeback. I thought, yes, Carson Wentz could lead a comeback in 7 minutes and 50 seconds, let alone all the decisions that were made by the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one, 37 seconds left, 1st and 10. Obviously, we got no timeouts, so we need to get rid of it. Fuck it, intentional ground, and ball's going to hit the ground. I mean, it's Carson Wentz experience. It's exactly what you sign up for. But now, in his first week in the Kevin O'Connell offense, it was just Carson Wentz. Ireland, he just got excited, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're losing.
We're home.
This ain't working. Let me do some dance. Let me do some of my shit. And it was electrifying. And in all of that, Steelers get a win. D-Butch. Steelers won all in this offseason.
Yeah.
Paid a lot of people. Jalen Ramsey's making plays. DK Metcalf's making plays. Aaron Rodgers doing well. Darius Slay's impact has been heightened because of injuries. What are your thoughts on the moves they made in the offseason and how it's either coming to fruition or do they still have a long way to go?
I love all the moves they made in the offseason, and the moves were made kind of all in. Like, it's this year, maybe next year, but Aaron came into the season saying this was going to be his last season play. You drafted Will Howard. We'll see how he develops. Hopefully Skylar Thompson's okay, but they're all in it. The pieces are working. Jonnu Smith not getting as involved. I think I saw you showed me the tight end snap counts. I believe he had like 13 or 15 snap counts, which is kind of surprising because he is a weapon in the pass game. But I love it. Always starts with the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is playing high-level football. So if they take care of the football and continue to take it away on the defensive side of the ball and then can hold their weight in the special teams element, shit, they can win this damn division. And
definitely win the division, especially right now. You start looking around, Cleveland, people could be they could be problematic if they figure out the quarterback position, which is a big if.
Huge.
But DK Metcalf running wild in Ireland is certainly what everybody envisioned whenever they decided to pay him $30 million a year before ever doing a Dahn for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is out of control. Running back had a huge game. Kenneth Gainwell was everywhere for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and he was always good for Philly. Yep. It was just when he got drafted there, Miles Sanders was a 1,000-yard rusher in that offense. Then they get Saquon. And so Kenneth Gainwell was just kind of that third down back. And now, I mean, was this his first true, full, hey, you're the guy, and you end up with, 90 yards and 2 touchdowns? It's unbelievable.
He actually he led them in carries in week 1, which people were surprised about. And then Jalen Warren has gone off the last couple. He's been really good the last couple weeks. And then Jalen Warren had a knee thing pop up earlier in the week, so this was Kenny Gainwell's game, and he took advantage of it for sure.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I felt really good.
That was awesome.
I felt
Yeah.
really good. I was watching the game, and it just kept moving. And like every time he got the ball, something positive happened. He also lands on his face a lot.
He does.
Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, like his full helmet's the first thing to hit the ground.
Yeah, he takes a lot of headers.
Yeah.
Falling forward.
Always
Yeah,
falling
he's
forward, but like the most.
Yeah, hard.
He hit his face off the ground a lot. And there's a lot of the grass off of the helmet. Cam Hayward had one at one point.
And the new helmets have, like Rogers had, the grass like inside the top.
Hard to get out.
Yeah, impossible.
I think you need to get like a little stick, maybe. You know, back in the day. I don't know if they have those on the field.
You guys said Rogers in helmet. Before that slant, did everyone see him hit the smelling salts? Like, does he always hit it before every play? AJ, do you know that or?
I don't know. Maybe before every drive. I don't know if he has like a superstition, but no, they're definitely being used a lot. I know that.
Bring your own smelling salts, right? That's where we're at right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody had to Bios over to Ireland.
Yes.
Unless those are some special Ireland ones.
Oh,
Bring
wow.
it back.
Which we haven't even thought about.
Like the SIGs.
Did you hear about Friday night down there with Skyler? I mean, things are going to happen in Ireland. You made it to game time, though, obviously. What were some of the stats and factoids that McQuaid sent over? Obviously, McQuaid from Pro Football Ireland. Him and the boys, Connor, I believe, and
Derek Carragher.
Bingo. Boys have done a great job drumming up interest for the NFL in Ireland. They literally boots on the ground. They sent over some stats I think people need to hear. This is directly from McQuaid's mouth.
Yeah, we had 74,000 fans over there, lads. 74,000 fans at Croke Park, which obviously was just an Oasis concert, not too long ago, and they obviously flipped it to a football field. This one seems a little out of left field, but it is the largest movement of people from the U.S. to Europe since the Allies came over and beat the absolute piss out of the Axis powers, obviously, the Nazis, and then, the Japanese Empire, and, even Mussolini, obviously, those guys, that's the Axis powers. Sure. So that's the largest movement of people from the U.S. to Europe since those times.
Hold on, though. So we obviously read these. He texted them over. McQuaid texted them over immediately as soon as we asked some questions. Hey, Connor sent a text. Hey, we need some stats about everything. If you can give us some numbers. He sent all these.
On it, lad.
Connor, exactly, and he was. Copy-paste. He probably sent these out before. He was excited that somebody was going to get them.
He's rewatching the game, by the way.
Yeah, he was crying.
Yeah.
What did he say? He
said he was crying.
Yeah, on my first rewatch right now, and I'm an absolute mess, lad. Just buckets over here, lad.
It's only going to continue, McQuaid. It's real great. But the stat about the largest migration of humans from the United States to Europe since the wartime is how he worded it.
Correct.
Was a hilarious thing for us to just start double questioning because I guess, London games, they all said all the people came from Germany, right? You know what everybody was saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, everybody's kind of coming from Germany. Even London's filling up. For Ireland, I assume they were able to track flights and how many people were coming into the country because I don't think Indianapolis has a flight to Ireland.
They just started it like a year ago around this time. It was after we got back.
So I assume they were able to track flights and how many people. And for them to put that stat out, it's like, hey,
That's a great stat. That's a huge deal.
Since the wartime, anytime you can say since the wartime on a stat, I think you go ahead and let that one fly. That's McQuaid football. What were some other ones he said in there?
Yeah, I'm sure you all remember, lads, when you guys were just talking about it a little bit ago. TJ Watt had the interception, maybe baiting Carson Wentz into throwing it down the middle of the field. He punted the ball into the stands. That was actually an ode to Gaelic football.
I thought he was just punting it because
for fun.
Isn't that kind of his thing?
He does the kick.
I have noticed that, lads, that he's actually done that many times before. But in this particular situation in Croke Park, it was an ode to the Gaelic football team.
Were they having Guinness? I saw some guys have Guinness.
A lot of the boys. Yeah, I actually personally brought over about 15 to 16 crates of Guinness. The lads were splitting the G's in the locker room all game long. Even Coach Tomlin, he was splitting the G outside.
Who's that?
Coach Tomlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was splitting the G with the media outside. So just unbelievable. Again, I do want to get this out there because it's not just, Vikings, lad. It's not just Steelers, lad. Like, we have a lot of NFL fans over here in Dublin. 22 different NFL teams' jerseys were in the stands.
Who counted that?
I did.
You did?
Calling the game for Sky Sports, lad.
4,000 people?
You just sprinkle it in there, Maybe we're in the third quarter and I just say 14. And then maybe 4 minutes pass. 15.
Oh, so he was individually?
Yeah, actively.
What if he counted the same person twice? That didn't happen?
McQuaid wouldn't do something like that. He's obviously the man of utmost character and trust, so he'd make sure that that stat was correct, especially if he was going to send it to, other media outlets, lad.
Hold on. Bruce couldn't wait to fact check this. Bruce searched approximately 136,000 Americans. Visited Paris.
I knew McQuay was full of shit.
There's no way that's the most Americans that have gone over there since the wartime.
I don't know.
Without a doubt, lad, because if you remember when that piece of info was actually sent to all of us, we immediately all said, that's bullshit, McQuaid. There's no way that's accurate. But we're trying to put over the island, obviously. We're trying to put over the Isle of Ireland. So we ran with it. Why not?
Any other stats that you sent over?
Yeah, we showed it a little bit ago. The 80-yard touchdown for DK Metcalf, longest touchdown scored in all of the NFL Ireland/Europe games. So obviously, we've again, we're trying to grow the game over here on the island. Very special time for McQuaid, for all Irish football fans, and I think it was a big success. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. That's the largest movement of people from the U.S. to Europe since war times.
No, but we just saw that maybe not, though.
Yeah, but, I'll tell you anything these days, lad. True. You going to believe that, or are you going to believe an upstanding guy like McQuaid?
McQuaid's never steered me wrong.
No. Ever.
And AI is probably not updated. They don't have those numbers yet.
Yeah, it's probably 136,001 traveled over there for the Dublin NFL game.
You tell me, lad. I don't know.
Early AI reports are saying 30,000. But
Bruce couldn't wait.
I just couldn't. When I saw that, I wasn't with everybody, and I was flabbergasted by it.
And then you said that can't be real, like we all did, and then you actually said, "Nope."
3 months ago, the Olympics,
told him
actually.
that? Who told him that? And McQuaid was just like, "Oh my God, lad." Started crying immediately. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, lad.
That's what football does.
Yeah, it does. Exactly.
That's
I think all these different bullshit. Like
what?
The 22 jerseys.
You think that's bullshit?
Come on, bro. Knowing McQuaid, that one's ironclad. He made sure that one is for real.
How many of them are ironclad?
Well, I think you could probably 74,000 fans, I believe, is what was reported at Croke Park. Obviously bigger than even when Oasis, on their comeback tour just a couple weeks ago. So, football on the Isle obviously is a big deal. I would say, now that we're talking about it a little bit more, lads, the TJ kicking the ball into the crowd, that may not have been a nod to Gaelic football. It's possible that TJ just really likes doing that, and he kind of thought,
No, it was a nod.
Okay. I'm guessing the 80-yard DK Metcalf one. I'm guessing that one's pretty ironclad as well. But the other ones, more of McQuaidisms, maybe, if you will, than, ironclad facts. But when did McQuaid ever?
You're talking Ireland-clad.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to phrase it. These are more Ireland-clad than ironclad.
Balls.ie on Twitter. It's Ireland's favorite sports website. Did say it was an ode to Gaelic football.
Okay. All right. We appreciate you, McQuaid.
Hell yeah.
Did TJ ever say it?
Who
didn't have to.
Who cares? What do you mean?
That's the question.
Great question,
TJ say
AJ.
it after the game. Like,
I don't know.
That's all that matters.
When he was drinking beers with McQuaid in the locker room afterwards, I think he was like, that was for you. That was for you, McQuaid. And all Gaelic football players out there.
Is that?
He called McQuaid or TJ?
JJ.
Oh, okay.
I'm not calling it directly to source. Yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we're live. Thank you for answering. You look amazing. Hey, did your brother pay tribute to Gaelic football with that punt, or is that just kind of what he does?
I have no idea. I'd have to ask him.
Come on, will you do that, please? Will you ask him?
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait.
McQuaid already did.
Yeah, can you FaceTime him in, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to FaceTime him in, but I'll FaceTime him within a FaceTime.
Yeah, that's.
All
right.
We're going straight to the source.
Oh, he's got two phones. I got two phones. One for me, one for a bro. Got it.
One phone guy.
Well, you're text one. That's right, JH. That's right. I like that. I appreciate that.
Oh man.
What if he doesn't answer you right now? Oh no.
I mean, it's an off day, and he's on Ireland time.
You're his brother. And he doesn't want to talk to his old brother.
No, he's on winning time. Okay.
Jeez. That's Ireland, Claude.
Yeah, pretty good, lad.
There were a lot of Guinness flowing around yesterday.
Guess we're gonna have to FaceTime.
All right, if you get the answer, we'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.
Guess we got to call McQuaid now.
Still crying.
FaceTime.
You doing it?
Oh, I think McQuaid. Yeah, McQuaid's got one of those weird like +1978994. You know, he doesn't fucking live in the country, so he's got a weird phone
Okay,
number.
and the longest touchdown in an NFL
Oh, no,
game
don't
played in
do it.
London
Don't
was a
do it.
96-yard punt return touch.
No.
That wasn't from the line of scrimmage.
No, yeah.
That was a
Bruce didn't actually. Bruce
Who
didn't.
doesn't know ball?
Bruce didn't shake McQuade's hand in Ireland like we did.
that's
He's
true.
a bit salty
Look
here.
at how happy
he's
he is.
trying to bury McQuade, is what he's trying to do. He didn't see what McQuade did when we were in Ireland.
And McQuade's trying to grow the game.
McQuade's going to be the next fucking Ryder Cup captain.
I forgot that Bruce
For Europe.
I forgot that Bruce hated McQuaid.
I didn't know that was even a
I
thing.
love McQuaid.
Yeah, we all love McQuaid. I don't know how Bruce could hate McQuaid. Nobody hates McQuaid. But even if some of these things aren't 100% real, still great.
Yeah, they're Ireland clad.
Let's talk about the Ryder Cup. We haven't talked about it yet.
Man, almost.
Okay,
what?
so I'm sick of that already. Okay, Tone tweeted it, and then he said it this morning out loud around other people, and I just didn't appreciate that. That's where we're at. You know, I didn't appreciate that we're hey, the boys fought hard. Like,
Oh, was that like I didn't pay. Was it like a moral victory thing people were saying? I was just saying it gave me something like I could pop in and watch a little bit and say, oh, there's still hope. I didn't say it was a moral victory. Or anything.
okay, huge for us on Sunday to add in the Ryder Cup. Certainly have it mean something because when we all went to bed on Saturday, we said, so we got a clean sweep on Sunday. That's where we're at. Okay, and then the boys started going. Wait a minute, hold the phone. We might clean sweep this thing, and then inevitably we don't.
Yep.
Okay, and then the conversation is at least the boys fought. That's what some people are saying. Some of us are also saying, how the hell do we go from one up to losing the entire thing to Shane Lowry in one hole? Oh, it's because in the biggest moment, the lack of moxie got us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in such a hole, and I don't know if we knew that it was as big as the Europe team clearly thought. I mean, the attention to detail on the uniforms.
So cool.
The leader, like the way they were viewing this and talking about how the 4 stripes were because they've beaten America 4 times on the road before. It's like that's how they were talking. They were a team trying to win. Tommy Fleetwood, we had him on the show. He wouldn't even talk about the team. He said, "Don't talk about the team," because we had a group text. We're like, "Do you guys have a group text?" He's like, "We've been fucking meeting for a year, brother."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, since the last one ended.
they've seemingly been putting it together in this entire thing. They were much more serious about it, and their putters were fucking on fire. And that's the only thing that matters. Who can make a putt? Who can't make a putt? And Europe definitely did that. And it just looked like the boys were outmatched. And we needed it for a country. In Tone, you're one of the guys that put out a positive spin on it.
Sure.
And I appreciate that because it is a special event. So we should draw from the positive as opposed to anything negative. But we got in such a big hole. Nobody thought we had a chance going into Sunday. That can't be the way it is in America.
No, it wasn't a moral victory thing for me. It was a where so many.
He took that thing for a stroll.
Just fuck.
Yeah, just
6 feet he started walking
So
that thing.
sick.
Yeah, and they all did. So on the greens, they gained 8 strokes, which is basically 16 total strokes. Like they were plus 16 on us as far as putting is concerned. We actually had 6 of the top 9 guys from tee to green. It was they were just couldn't miss a putt. But my thing was, in this day and age, athletes don't give a shit about their country and playing for the country, and it looked like they did care on Sunday, so that made me happy.
We need that for the first couple of days. I think we have some breaking news here. JJ.
I'm talking to him, but yeah, I'm on. You're not on.
Tej, we're live though. Huh?
It was not a Gaelic kick.
Oh no, McQuaid!
Shocker.
Ball to the stands. It was so he was trying to get the ball to the stands because it was so far away.
Don't lie.
Did it make it? Did it make it?
Did it make it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, animals. We appreciate you. Great game, TJ.
Thanks.
How many of these stats?
You just absolutely fucking killed McQuaid. But great game, TJ.
So he lied about everything, every single stat.
I'm starting to think that the 74,000 fans in Croke Park might even be a fucking bit of hooey as well.
If it is, I respect that.
Me
You just
too.
send them all over.
Me too. That's awesome. Hey, fair play, McQuaid.
There was a time Aaron Rodgers, when he went like this, when DK Metcalf was going, he actually was holding 2 cups of Guinness, 2 pints of Guinness up in the air like this.
Oh man,
The 22 jerseys is definitely not correct.
Definitely not.
no.
I would assume,
He might
I
have
would
been,
assume
maybe he meant 32.
Yeah, I would assume every team is.
Oh my god.
TJ, no, yeah, I just saw the stands pretty far. I thought I could maybe get it there.
He said.
Oh.
He said Gaelic what?
Or actually, massive breaking news.
Huh?
I went on X to see if McQuaid was going to set anything in response, but Matabike just got ruled out for the season.
Oh, my God.
That would be rude.
Ravens D tackle. I believe last week John Harbaugh came out and said he's very concerned about the Matabike. I forget, I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong, his health and what the season looks like. And now he has been ruled out for the season due to a neck injury. Nnamdi, this sucks, man. We are so sorry you're going through this. Obviously, the Baltimore Ravens defense misses him. He's a stud. And anytime you have a neck, spine, brain stuff, and they rule it out for season, immediately very alarmed. We hope he's okay, AJ.
Yeah, and anything with the neck is always very, very scary. I mean, this dude means so much to the defense. Their defense has been killed by injuries, man. Like they've had so many people hurt. And a big dude like this in the middle, I know we've shown on the show like the stats of when he's in compared to when he is not in, and how much better they are with him. It's this is brutal for them.
That sucks. The whole defense is affected by it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the football side of when you start talking, neck injury as players, you automatically put into question if you ever play again, because now it starts to potentially impact quality of life, off the field, with your family, kids, whatever it may be. So that's terrible, terrible news for him, and I hope, Godspeed on him healing.
Godspeed, Nnamdi. We apologize that happened to you, brother. That's no fun at all. All right, let's get to some overreactions from around the NFL, shall we? Some overreactions maybe out of Ireland.
Yeah, well.
74,000 was correct.
Well done, McQuaid.
Sure. Thank you, McQuaid.
Well done.
McQuaid was the one that wrote that number.
No, the NFL tweeted out.
Okay.
Once again, McQuaid was the one.
He counted every head.
Yeah, we appreciate McQuaid, though. What a legend. Good for him. That stinks about the Gaelic football thing.
I know.
I do appreciate that he just went with it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been.
You see that, lad? Gaelic football. He just did it. He just did it.
Such a bummer.
Every sack he kicked.
Oh, leave that for a second. Didn't believe that shit for a second. No, we've seen TJ do it plenty of times.
Gaelic football, though.
He loves Gaelic football.
He had a different stroke. Pause.
Yeah.
I love that from McQuaid, though.
Me too. McQuaid, we love you. And keep doing this if it's going to get more games in Dublin. We put out a bird call this morning saying, hey, we'd like to hear how you feel about how your teams are performing this NFL season. All you got to do is tweet back using the hashtag I don't want to overreact. But became a number 2 overall trend. Couldn't surpass Bad Bunny for good reason. That's why he's the halftime performer. Chambea, pull up, da ba da ba pull up. Gonna be doing a lot of that at halftime.
Does he make collabs with other people from over here like that?
Yeah, a bunch of other people.
Bieber, right?
He's got songs for everybody, bro. He's a fucking hit maker.
It's gonna bring them all out. They're all gonna pop in.
No, they're all gonna sing Spanish though. I think it's all Spanish. What I would like him to do is not. We don't need to lip dub into English songs, but I think he only makes hits. If he could do 1 or 2 songs speaking English, I think we'd all be pumped up about it.
Without a doubt.
I mean, D-Bud had a really good idea.
I'd be out.
What?
I don't want to hear. It's like Michael Jackson going on tour and singing in Spanish when he goes to a Spanish country.
I don't know. I like all Despacito, Gasolina. I mean, there's a lot of great.
D-Bud had a good idea for it.
What's that?
Is that Bad Bunny?
I think there's some English in it.
No, neither are. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of really. Atrevido's another one. There's a lot of really good Spanish songs. Even if you don't know what it means, the words are flow perfect.
Yeah, okay. I understand what you're saying.
Or maybe he just does the normal ones and they're like, hey, but you got to cover Sweet Caroline and you got to
sing us
and
song.
Piano Man.
Yeah, sing along. We need 2 sing alongs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we'll try to chambea. I'm trying. I'd like to learn Spanish. Got me in some trouble, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Raquel Rodriguez comes over to me and starts speaking in Spanish. I could not understand what she was saying. I can't understand what you're saying right now. I need you speaking. I do not speak Spanish. This guy's a racist. That's what they call him. I don't fucking speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I love Rocco. I'm a big fan. But I'm trying to be a journalist here. I can't tell him.
I don't know what you're saying.
What you're saying. I have no idea what you're saying right now. It'd be nice to be able to speak Spanish. I want my daughter to be able to speak Spanish, I think. I need her to speak English first. We had a 5-word sentence the other day. I got us something to hear. And I was like, I got to go outside, is what she said, or something like that. Or I want to go outside. And I was like,
here we go.
Let's go outside.
Yeah,
I like
put them together.
Wasn't planning on going outside, but I love what you just did there. So let's go outside there. The peeing, the pooping, it's coming along.
Oh, yeah. Process.
We're not there yet, though.
The process.
Certainly had a towel clean up a bunch of piss.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
In the bedroom. She was walking around, no diaper. I'm peeing. I look over. She was not peeing at the right time. But as soon as I looked over, she started. I was like, can I get a little bit more? I need 10 more seconds.
I could have got you there.
So I can lift you and scoop you and put you on the thing. So I think we're getting there. We're getting close. Parenting's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a lot of juice. She's got a lot of juice, which I love. She was up. She'll be up until literally forever. She has a lot of, but she doesn't yell. She'll just lay in her bed and just like kind of, she'll sit up, chill. I'm like, who's she? What is she?
They're just hanging out.
I'm kind of creeped out that she's okay, pitch black.
Vibing. Sure.
All about, yeah, she's vibing. She's vibing, then she pass out. It's good. Oh, on that note, Jeremiah Love's story was cool.
Yeah. Yes. Jen Latta.
Yeah, because like I have no idea. Like honestly, I have no idea. This is all, especially in the world that we're in right now.
Same.
Jeremiah Love coming out and being like, hey, I've been told that I was on the spectrum and then like a little bit different, and then him becoming who he is. I think that's good if we continue, especially in this world that we're in right now. Like more prevalent now in the conversation of topical of everything than it's ever been. It's like, I appreciate that.
Well, and I like all of Jen Latta's pieces, but personally, it's better when you just focus on the players. Like, I think it's cool to learn about these massive stars. I had no idea Jeremiah Love had any of that going on.
At all.
At all. And now it's like a whole new perspective on Jeremiah Love. And then he scores 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah.
He had 2. In the first half.
You got to coach fire.
He had 4 touchdowns. Yeah, you got to coach fire because he played so well. Like, it was so awesome. I hope she stays in that. Actually, Jen, please, just stay in that lane. Let's focus on.
I don't
these
think
players.
Jen is necessarily getting to decide what she does.
Well, if she does, if you get any leeway or any say, the players are so awesome to learn about.
She tells incredible stories. She really does.
Yeah.
It does.
Very, 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 very good stories. That's like a huge part of game day. The Penn State place was a great show. It was a good time. They lose here.
Just gotta win.
Good games.
Eventually. Coach Franklin told him, "Hey, we need him next week. Gonna need the fans next week." So I'm glad about that.
When did he say that?
I think he tweeted it yesterday, which was great timing. Penn State wasn't angry anymore.
Speaking of coaches tweeting stuff, you see Lane Kiffin? What's this all about?
Always.
I just FaceTimed him literally as soon as I got to the bus. I was shirtless still from the show. I'm like, hey, boys, not everybody thinks you're going to win this game. I've learned. Coach, need you guys to get going. He just immediately, as we're FaceTiming, he goes, why are you FaceTiming me? This is not, I didn't know he was walking to the bus. He was really walking to the bus, and he answers, he goes, why are you FaceTiming me? Dudes don't FaceTime dudes. I go, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I was just letting you know I need you to win. Okay, I need to get these picks right. Okay, in this post Coach Corso era, I need to be getting my picks right. So I just needed you to know we need this today. Okay, like we need this. So he picked me up to the bus. Then he took his ears out, and I go, boys, need this one more than you could imagine. Had no idea that was happening. Okay, I'm shirtless sitting on my bus right now. Just got off his entire thing. And then he goes, geez, what a call. Thanks, man. And then just hangs up, puts the phone down. And then immediately, I go, I check my phone, and it's a screenshot. And he goes, can I post this? And I'm like, let it fly, brother. Just please let him know I was motivating. He goes, nope, dudes don't.
Love that.
Yeah, and then, did you see his response to Weeks? Whenever they said, why did Landry feed this man this week? And he responded, tempo.
He's the best.
This dude is awesome. He is absolutely, it felt like too good of a Lane Kiffin week last week for him to lose that game.
Definitely.
You know, like it felt like, that's the only reason why I made that pick. That is it, strictly. All feels like this is too good of a Lane Kiffin for him to lose.
Can't happen.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it's going to go.
Huge win.
And that's what college football is. Bro.
Yeah.
It's like you never know who's going to show up each week. Literally, week to week, you have no idea who's going to show up.
Young men. Sorry.
18 to 23-year-olds every week. Yeah. So many distractions. Money now.
Oh, yeah.
Fame, opportunity, options, and everything, for everything. And then we need you to continue to
lock in.
Focus on this.
Gotta win.
It's like everything else is a lot more fun. Yeah, but fucking, come on. Need you.
He's got a D2 quarterback who might win the Heisman, though.
So good.
Chambliss, unbelievable.
He's a ball player.
Can't pull him now, right?
No, 3 straight 300-yard games.
Gotta stick with him. Well, you out on LSU? Or you think they can still?
Nah,
still all in front of them?
They're off.
Yeah, they're sweet.
So talented.
They are, yeah.
They didn't have their running back either, right? Wasn't Durham out?
Cade? I don't know. I didn't get the.
Yeah, he was out.
he was out.
Announced that.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying there's something wrong with Nussmeier. They're posting videos of him throwing the ball last year versus this year.
Oh, like he's hurt?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really have to. SEC, don't they have to report it?
They have to report 2 hours before game time, but there's I don't know if they're as legitimate as NFL reports.
We'll see how that goes. All right, let's go to some overreactions from around the NFL. This is from Tone Diggs. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Dan Orlovsky said the Steelers are going to be starting 0-6. I saw a lot of people bringing this up. This was before Aaron Rodgers was signed to the Steelers, but I think he even said, who cares? Whatever the case is, they were not set up to win. Dano's eating some shit here from everybody.
Yeah, he has. He's been a Steelers hater for a few years now, and a lot of it has been justified, but I saved this screenshot and him actually talking about this when this happened because, it just wasn't – he said it so smugly, which really bothered me. And
it was super smug.
And he said it so matter of a fact. And, when you look at the schedule, 0-6 was just insulting. So I'm glad that everyone's being super mean to him on the internet.
Yeah. That's Dan Orlovsky football, isn't it, AJ? Just through and through right there.
I guess that is. Has Dano responded at all? Does he have any comment about it?
Prepared for Monday night game. I never said that.
Yeah, he's calling a big game tonight with Louis Riddick. Tomorrow he'll get his opportunity to respond. And I assume there'll be a couple things he'll say tonight that'll be alluding to the city of Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. I assume there'll be a little bit of that. That's Dano football, though. It's not just the Steelers fans that are going to kill him this season. He knows that. Yeah. Welcome to prime Orlovsky season.
That's right.
Dano.
Way to go, Dano. It's almost like you do this to yourself. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? It's from Mitt. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but abolish the NFL tie. Mm-hmm. We might as well start calling it football, whatever the hell soccer is called across the pond. I'm tired as absolute dog shite on a Monday because I just sat up until 1 a.m. in honest confusion. Also, the Cowboys secondary looks worse than my Division III alma mater, so that's really cool. Hashtag happy fucking Monday, dude. That's Dallas Cowboys superfan. Mitt, yeah. You feel the same way, Packer fan?
Yeah. I mean, that the not having a result when you stay up for that whole fucking game and invested in it, and then it's overtime starts at 11:30 or whatever. It's let's just get a result. I'm not just saying this. I legitimately would. I would rather they lose than have there be a tie.
I think that's what Mitt was saying as well, and Mitt only said it in a way he could speak.
Yeah. Exactly. I got a good chuckle when I saw, honest confusion. I don't know what that meant, but I loved it.
Tie.
So is it over? Do we keep playing?
So it's 1 a.m. Why are they not on TV anymore? It's a tie? I thought we got rid of ties. Remember, because a couple years ago they changed the rule. Yeah. Then you were allowed to match, and you weren't allowed to match. That play happens. He probably loses his mind. We win. We have to. Yep. How about how long their drive was? 2 drives eating up the entirety of the overtime was insane to think about.
Well, that's 10 minutes. Why aren't we just going at 15? There's only
maybe no time.
Yeah, or just exactly untimed. Yeah,
untimed would make a lot of sense because your rules are already. The clock doesn't matter.
And teams are going to get antsy even if it's untimed. I think the assumption is well, if it's untimed, what are we just going to kick field goals back and forth? I don't think in most games that's not going to happen. Someone's going to get antsy. They're going to go for it on 4th down or, whatever the case may be. It needs to be untimed. We would, and it wouldn't take all night.
But also, you can still keep the field goal only good to your first 2 you can answer.
Right.
If the first one gets a touchdown, it's over. I still think you keep the scoring.
Yeah, if it's field goal, the third field goal wins the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
This team field goal, that team field goal, next field goal wins.
Yes.
Because you had a chance to answer.
Bingo. Yeah.
I think that is currently the rules, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's currently the rules.
Yeah,
because after the first drive, whatever score wins. So just keep that. Just get rid of the time.
No time. Yes.
Mitt staying up till 7 a.m. At least we got a winner, though.
I would have.
Well, we all agree that this is better than sudden death.
I don't think so.
Yes.
You're saying somebody should answer after a field goal?
I'm saying because
I
it
think
changes after Josh Allen, but we all grew up on sudden death, first score wins.
I like this. I like the team getting to rebuttal.
Yeah,
because
because field goal rebuttal, I think, is good.
Even like the Packers stand, that wouldn't have happened if it was just field goal.
True.
Yeah, it'd be game over, yeah.
Yeah, I think like getting it back, I think is sweet.
Well, and also with kickers these days, like a 62-yarder, you only got to get like 2 first downs, 3 first downs, and then you're able to win the game. I think an answer is good. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? It's from Sleeper Chiefs at Sleeper Chiefs KC. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But Spags made Lamar tap out like Anthony Richardson, and the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Worthy is healthy. Pack on his swagger back. And we get Rashee Rice in less than a month. I hope you forgot. I'm glad everyone had their fun. The dynasty is here to stay. Great picture as well. I think the Chiefs is still the Chiefs. I think that was a nice reminder. And
dominant.
Lamar Jackson having a hamstring strain is obviously a little bit scary, especially whenever he exited the game. 17, third quarter, could still come back, I think, with Lamar Jackson. I guess we'll keep our eyes out for an update on that front. But I've seen the Ravens fans aren't necessarily loving anything about this, AJ. Stavi had an anonymous mask on.
I did see that. Stavi is a bit worried. I mean, I don't know how bad. Yeah, like I just hope this isn't like a multiple week situation with Lamar. They're 1-3 right now. I think Ravens fans are definitely worried because everything was set up to be a great year, but injuries bite everybody at some point, I feel like.
Butta had a bag on his head. Couldn't even put his hat on. Butta couldn't even put his hat on.
That's not good.
And I think it was all because they baited Butta into believing this was the year for the Ravens, and Butta bought it. Butta bought it.
Kind of punishing Derrick Henry too, and I think that set him back in this game. You saw he took the sleeves off because of the fumbling issue, but I thought he was running the ball well. What did he have, like 8 carries?
That's it,
or something like that, which is insane with a talent like that. We all know the ball is the program, but I mean that's tough. And then defensively with all the injuries we talked about, but yeah, this was, I would say, more of a must-win game for the Chiefs because of how their division is performing. I think, are the Ravens still the favorite to win the AFC North right now?
Yeah,
which is crazy.
They got so much talent, obviously, with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. Will he be the quarterback? How long will he be the quarterback?
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes is making throws, much like Aaron Rodgers, that we haven't seen in some time. So it's fun to watch them be explosive again. Let's go to another overreaction here from the same game. This is from Ginobili. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Ravens are shite. Harbaugh is shite. Zach Orr is shite. Fire sale the whole damn operation. But wait, who's got it better than us? Literally everyone. John, read the fucking room, dude. They don't like John Harbaugh right now. Huh?
Great use of exclamation points there.
Yeah,
No, they do not.
Ginobili really did a good job there. I don't know if that was actually Manu or just somebody else, but I appreciate that tweet. Ravens fans are in a bad spot right now. Ravens are in a bad spot. Let's hope they get it fixed. Good luck over there, Baltimore. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? This is from @BLXKE_4. Is that bloke? I don't know. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the Colts are the same old Colts. They always put my emotions in a blender. Always dropping the ball, Mitchell. AD the ball, Mitchell. Seemed to like the blue and gold a little more yesterday. Is this Colts season dying to drain already? Holy fuck.
It's good
I said he's
overreaction.
playing for the other team. It said always dropping the ball, Mitchell. AD Mitchell, this guy's playing for the other team. He's fucking got to be. Great play. Great play. Such a good highlight. Such a good high. Just fucking run in the end zone, dude. Just run in the end zone.
I mean, at least he was trying to hold the ball out, and he didn't just like spike it. You know, some guys spike it at the one. Like this is better than that. It still is the same outcome, but yeah, I appreciate that. Like, you could tell though it bothered him though as a human. Like, it definitely bothered him. He wasn't nonchalant about it. Like he understood how big this was.
Look, I mean. And I love the 3 stripes. I'm blaming it on the gloves. Fix your gloves. You know, all the other gloves are sticky. It's a bad moment for Adidas. I mean, all these one-hand catches we see week in and week out. But AD Mitchell, huge fumble, huge holding call. There were other opportunities
it wasn't
we had.
just this either.
Yeah.
This was just a couple moments later.
I know.
Yeah.
But, hey, look. If
last year
coming into the season, if you said going into week 5, we'd be 3-1. With our offense playing how they're playing, defense, definitely some things we need to switch up. But if you showed us going into Week 5, we'd be 3-1. I feel good about it.
I have faith in the
definitely
team.
not out in the cold.
I like where we're at.
Yeah.
We should have won that game mightily yesterday, a lot. And A.D. Mitchell, I got faith, brother.
Yeah.
I got faith. Too talented. Way too talented. But if he just continues to do this stuff, inevitably people are going to get tired of it. And I'm not saying people aren't already. Yeah, there's a lot of people calling for him to be off the team. It's like, can we hold on? This guy is is super talent. This is a real talent here. In any given moment, he could take over a game.
All those bad things happened yesterday, and they still had a drive to chance to tie it at the end.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
They're a good team. Very good team.
Dwayne Dimes had a couple picks. Tyler Warren still Tyler Warren. Let's go to the next overreaction. This is from Lord Tony, first of his name, king of something. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the Packers have gone from Super Bowl favorites to, can they even make the playoffs? I really like Love and LaFleur, but they will never bring Green Bay a Super Bowl. I don't trust them to do anything but disappoint us again and again and over and on and on and on and on. You picked these. So, Ty, was there a lot of this, I assume, out of the Packers faithful?
Yeah, decent amount of this. A lot of stuff basically saying, like, Rich Bisaccia, you fucking suck at your job. And this has been a long time coming. They need to fire his ass. But I don't want to get in the business of calling for people's heads today, because it's still very early. But, boy, after last night, going into the bye week, something's got to change. And I don't want to think that way, but the more you get into these games and, like, this kind of shit just happens more and more with the Packers, where, like, they look so good early and then they just go, like, 25 minutes of game time just so conservative and let teams come back. They don't ever step on anybody's throats, ever. I don't want to feel that way, but the more it happens, the more I do start to feel like, man, these guys are never going to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, no. AJ, do you feel that way? Rich Bisaccia took quite a shot there from Ty and the internet today. Obviously didn't pick that, but they're saying special teams not good. Blocked extra point obviously changes everything, or blocked field goal, which goes back the other way for 2 points. The other way obviously ends up being a tie. That's quite a swing.
Coming off the field goal block last week to lose the game as well. Like, it's a lot.
Oh, AJ, are you feeling like Lord King, whatever the fuck his name was there in Green Bay?
No, I still have plenty of hope in Green Bay. I think they can get it done. Like I said before, they are very young. So, yeah, inexcusable things at times for sure. But, yeah, Ty sucks balls. You'd rather win the game, obviously. Ty, this is whatever. But, no, I think the Packers can still figure this out for sure. Micah is a menace no matter what. No matter how many sacks he gets, the dude, like, how hard he plays, how much attention he gets, that is going to pay dividend later in the year for everybody.
Game-saving tackle on Dak Prescott there, which obviously is a bit. We were wondering if Micah was going to wreck the game. He got 8 pressures, and then this one right here, Dak probably scoots in if we had to guess there. Maybe he takes a beating, still gets a tud, wins the game instead.
8 pressures?
Micah makes, Is that a good number or no?
That's a great number. I just want to know who's coming up with these numbers.
Well, however you feel about PFF, he was the highest graded defender of all of football yesterday.
Way to go, Mike. I also saw him on the sideline with the iPad a lot. He was going through a lot of different film, and obviously we saw him come out warming up with the band around. Let's go to the next overreaction at Brian G 98. Brian was obviously taken with a G there. Brian Garcia. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the Chargers season is over. Our top 3 offensive linemen are now Herbert's running for his life. And Robert doesn't want to hand it off to our first rounder, even though he had 112 on 12 carries. Defense, just let a rookie expose them. We are cooked.
Oh.
Chargers fans in the dumps.
Early.
Is that how you feel?
No, man. 3-1 now. You are concerned about the offensive line. Herbert is phenomenal. I think he will continue to be phenomenal. And I think a new quarterback is similar to like the interim coach bump. You just kind of never know what you expect. You know he's going to bring some juice to the team, especially at home. So, you know, that's kind of a wash. Then Omarion Hampton, I think he's the silver lining from this game and this performance. He was great. He had a great performance. Hopefully you see a lot more of this. But you got to see Joe Alt out of that boot pretty soon. But I also think that was a good sign for him to have that type of injury and then be back on the sideline, standing in the boot, putting pressure on it, doing those type of things. I think it's a positive sign going forward.
Let's go to another overreaction, shall we? I don't think the Chargers are dead. This is from T-Car. What up, T-Car? Hashtag I don't overreact, but watch out, 72 Dolphins. Those Philly Johns are coming. Nobody is stopping us. Wind, hail, sleet, snow. These Eagles are ready to go. Just give us the Lombardi already and cancel the season. Hashtag go Birds. Hashtag fly Eagles fly. A.J. Brown's not even on the field.
No.
Might as well be playing with 10 guys, and they're still winning games. That's this Philadelphia Eagles kind of MO, AJ. They just win. That's kind of what the Eagles have done with Sirianni, and it seems like there's no stopping them at this point.
Yeah, can you pop that A.J. Brown quote that he put back up again? This is probably a good way, right? Like, he's saying, I'm not going to be a problem. Is this a positive thing that he put this out? Like, I'm not going to be an issue. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep playing until I get the ball.
Listen, I'll quietly withdraw. Okay, so if you guys see what's going on over the next few weeks, I'm listening to this great quote, not cause a scene. I'm just going to quietly withdraw. Sirianni's had to balance this the entire time. Remember, last year they were the first team to win a Super Bowl in a long time that had way more rushes than they did passes. Obviously, what football had become. They pay A.J. Brown. They pay Devontae Smith. They pay the quarterback. You think it's going to be a wide-open offense? Kellen Moore was offense coordinator, but instead they get Saquon Barkley and have the greatest offensive line in football. We're going to run the ball a bunch, and then hopefully we'll be able to throw it to you. It's kind of the mindset last year. It's obviously carried into this year, and they're still winning, D-Bud.
Yeah, I mean, but they got to figure out, first and foremost, the run game. You got to get Saquon going. Last year, he was averaging like 4 yards a carry before making contact, and now he's not even getting to the line of scrimmage. So figuring that out, Lane Johnson, hopefully he can get healthy. Jalen Hurts, I mean, at least they were throwing the ball at AJ and trying to get him the ball. He had like 9 targets, even though Peyton, hates talking about targets. He had like 9 targets. So they were trying to get him the ball. I just think the Bucs did a really good job taking care of him, covering them. But they'll be all right. I think it'll be all right.
Let's go to the next overreaction. This is from A Word on Life. A Word on Life. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the Detroit Lions are annihilating the competition. Goff dropping dimes. Sewell pancaking defenders into oblivion. St. Brown snatching souls. And the Gibbs Monty duo are the best ever. They're not just contenders. They're conquerors. Forging a dynasty. Gotta love that, Foxy. Ty Schmidt picked this. I think he even agrees with what you guys are cooking up there.
Yes, sir. Love everything about it. He talked about the offense. My takeaway from yesterday's game, Aiden Hutchinson's back. He had 2 sacks, forced fumble, 4 quarterback hits. He's all the way back. They're going to have to pay him so much money, so I love where we're at right now.
How about the Gibbs-Monty duo? Remember, they were calling them ass and cheeks after week 1. Instead, now they're back to Sonic and Knuckles' best ever con.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy watched the game because I think Montgomery got hurt, but Gibbs was unbelievable, and so was Goff. Amon-Ra, I think, I don't know how many times a guy, excuse me, has the same amount of targets as he does catches. He never, he's throwing it at Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is catching the ball. He's playing so well, it's kind of a bummer because I don't want the Gooflovsky nickname to die. So maybe we can.
I think it's dead.
Yeah, well,
it's dead.
I'm thinking
maybe it's for Dano. Yeah, maybe it's Don G.
Or just Ooflovsky. We could do with that.
Ooflovsky.
Yeah. The Lions are legit.
I think so too. Good for you, Fox. Let's go to the next one. This one's Kane Campbell. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but waiting all day for Sunday night. And it ends in a tie. This isn't JJ Soccer Leagues. The group of suits that passed the rule should be sent to the fucking sun. Oh, and add the Cowboys clock operator to that flight. Let another second run off, you fucking bum. A lot of people said that this morning. That's Jerry World.
Yeah.
The fact that stopped with 1, when that could have easily just gone to 0, LaFleur and Jordan Love are thanking the heavens for whoever's operating that clock down there.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because watching it in real time too, like I didn't think there was any way there was going to be any time left. It was like, oh, Jesus Christ, they're going to actually work themselves into not even getting a field goal attempt off. Crazy that because you would think that in anywhere in the NFL, Jerry World would be the place where Jerry's up there like, run the fucking clock, run it, run the goddamn.
Fucking 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, last overreaction here. I don't love this one from Michael Page. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but we better send EMS to check on Blue and the Flow. The all-time best Colts team just got put on notice. The Rams are Super Bowl bound. The Eagles, McVay ain't going 0-4. Stafford and Puka will be out there skeet shooting birds out of the sky like the NFC Championship. Congrats to the Rams. They're a great football team.
Good squad.
They're a great football team. All right, AJ, let's make our picks for tonight. Let's let D-Buck go first. Maybe he sets the tone. You need both of these to get above 500. I need both of these so I can say I got 4 right out of a game of 16. Okay, that's tough. Okay. There's 2 different vibes going into tonight's game. Let's go with first. We have a huge one. Jets taking on the Dolphins, 7:15 on ESPN. Dolphins favored by 2.5 at home. What do we need to know about this one here?
It is 2.5 across the board. 55% of the money is on the Miami Dolphins. To be honest, as far as injuries and stuff like that, I don't care about these two teams at all, so I don't know.
Fields is playing. I believe he's good to go with his concussion, and then I'm pretty sure it's relatively healthy. I haven't heard anything about anybody from Miami either.
Okay, D-Butt, your thoughts?
Anything? You know what? Tua McDaniel, backs against the wall. Everybody's been shitting on him. I think we have a breakout game from Tua. Even though the Dolphins didn't send me a jacket, don't love that. Might be out on them, but I think Tua.
Not a lifelong fan. You know, you chose 4 teams.
I am a lifelong
that's what
fan.
happens.
I'm blood in, blood out with Miami. But that aside, I think Tua has a big game, over 300 yards. I think Tyreek Hill has a huge game as well, because we always show up against shitty teams. And as of right now, you are what your record is. So 0-3, big time, primetime game, Tua shows up.
Gumpy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I love the Dolphins. They are 0-3. I get it. They are shite, but they played decent against the Bills. I think they're getting better. Defense looked a lot better. I think they get it done tonight.
All right, AJ, who do you got?
I'll take the Jets.
Me too, and I'm 2-12. And then let's go to the Bengals at the Broncos. Obviously, Mile High is an incredible place. The Orange Crush is a noted fan base. They're favored by 7.5. Is there anything else out there we need to know?
66% of the money for this one is on the Broncos, as to be expected. I believe, let me just check. Nope, it's 7.5 across the board. I was hoping you could get a 7 with the Broncos, but you cannot.
D-Butt, your thoughts?
Do not love that hook, that 0.5 after that 7, but I am still going with the Denver Broncos. I trust the quarterback more, and I cannot wait to see Patrick Surtain and Jamar Chase go at it all night.
Oh, in front of that crowd, they got to roll up his crowd out there.
Oh, shit. Triple Crown winner from last year, Jamar Chase, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, this big on big, baby.
Primetime matchup. Who do you got, AJ?
I don't like 7.5. I think that is a lot, but I do like the Broncos. I think this is a game that they're going to hopefully find a way to win big, and build momentum that springboards them for the rest of the year.
I like the Broncos as well. They're a good football team. Colts just beat them.
I mean, that might be the first time AJ's ever picked against Cincinnati.
I know. He feels bad, especially after last week. How could you not have that taste in your mouth? Yeah.
Joe Burrow's out, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Starting QB insurance we were talking about. All right, let's have a great Monday night doubleheader, 7:15, 8:15. We'll be back tomorrow to chit-chat about all of it. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. And on the way out here, we would like to show you a show that we edited, produced, whatever you call it. It's going to be debuting tomorrow. It's called Rushmore. It'll live full episodes exclusively on X, although we'll have clips across all social media platforms. It's the GOATs of their industry basically giving their Mount Rushmores. For instance, tomorrow's episode is called Receivers. The host, Ari Emanuel. Yes, that Ari Emanuel. Ari Gold from Entourage, now the owner of TKO and everything like that. Hosts alongside Ben Persky, founder of a record label and also a mixed management company. They kind of host it, and then 2 GOATs come in to give their Mount Rushmore. Tomorrow, Receivers. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are on there.
Okay.
It is in every single week. Like, for instance, there's a music one, Jimmy Iovine, Rick Rubin. There's a video game one, Elon Musk is on there talking. I mean, you're talking about the greatest guest list ever assembled. Episodes will be dropping on Tuesday. Tomorrow's the first one. Rushmore on X.
Wow.
Tomorrow's Receivers. It's worth it. We'll be talking about it tomorrow, and we're thankful to be a part of it. We'll see you then. Enjoy Monday night.
I'll be on the record saying this is impossible to pick these.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Randy Moss was faster than every DB.
I'm going to go with Rob. He influenced me, Tom.
Your four were changed by the order in Tom's presentation?
Yes, of course. I started this idea. I can change.
I don't know how I can sit here and argue against Randy Moss. I drove 7 hours in the middle of the night to host him on a visit to Tennessee. I'm not okay with Gronk over Mark. I'm not signing the release and letting Tom come away with 2 Patriots. I don't have 1 Colts.
This is about Rushmore of receivers, which includes, for our purposes here, also tight ends.
That's the worst list I've ever seen.
Okay, that's the worst list?
My hobbies are spending time with friends and family and video games. I was looking at some list of things that turn women off the most, and one is if your hobby is video games.
Finals against the Lakers, up by 15.
16.
I think it was 15. I called the game.
I was at that game.
You were at the game, but I called the game.
Yeah, I'm sitting there next to Phil.
You have Iowa State wrestling on your Mount Rushmore. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what was your second one?
No, you're absolutely wrong.
3 guys.
I was a kid when you were still pissing off curbs. I bought that fucking record, and that was a band. Noel Redding,